Good God Almighty. Good God Almighty. Welcome to the program, everyone. Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program. Tedious. That is tedious. Guys, welcome to the show. We got a lot of crap, right?
My brain is still in recovery mode. What?
Got a lot of crap to talk. Oh, none of these drops are on auto repeat. Let me see. Now they should be.
Why?
Very good. Got a lot of crap to talk about today. Got a lot of things to cover. A lot of crap to cover. Let's see. What are people are already in the chat saying stuff. Flush that like button. Steven Crowder still gets spanked by his dad. That's why he needs the holster to feel like a man. Oh, getting deep. Getting deep on Crowder. Unbelievable.
And the establishment says, Kambuga Shakamunda, Kunga Kingo.
So you're just an actor on TV telling us your political views.
Why?
Guys,
It's me, Greg.
Greg is going to be on the show today. He's going to give us his review of Cruella. He saw Cruella, right, Greg?
That is correct. I saw it.
His phone's still messed up. So that's very exciting. Very exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. There's already somebody in the green room, so let's just talk to him. Richard Nixon, are you there? Richard Nixon.
I'm afraid
Hi.
Richard's out. This is
Hi.
wrong number, it seems, but is this a
Hi.
Mr. M.R. Brownie?
Yes. Hello? Yeah.
Oh, good. Good to see you on the phone. This is Christine from the Nashville Fairgrounds Commission, and I'm back to you about your Wednesday call lodging a complaint about the NASCAR track construction.
Yes. I made a couple calls on behalf of a viewer of the program who he doesn't want the NASCAR track built near his home. He's NIMBY on that one. So I made a couple calls where I was like, don't do it. So now you're calling back.
A couple calls is a bit of an understatement, sir. Since then we have been getting at least, let's see here, 724 calls night and day to the commission office from people claiming to either be quote from the muscular class or quote friends of Landriel, end quote. And we just want to investigate that, like the desires of our concerned citizens. It seems a very popular sentiment, and we'd like you to come to City Hall, please.
So you're in Nashville, right?
Yes, sir.
I will say the accent is kind of going in and out. So very, very interesting on that one. There is something I wanted to tell you guys, and this might be a little bit of a recommendation, something that you could. But when I was a kid, guys, this is gonna be Boomer Corner, okay?
Why?
Welcome to Boomer Corner, featuring me, this guy, Brownie. I was like, there's one show that this just kind of popped back into my mind, but there was one show that kind of blew my mind. It made me go from this to this. Okay, in that show, I don't know if you guys, because a lot of you guys are maybe a little bit younger and more sprightly, and you have more energy. But there's people are already saying, "Where's Chippy?" They're like, "Boo, get to Chippy." But there was a show on MTV in the '90s called Liquid Television, and for some reason, it just popped back into my mind, and I was like, "Let me look and see if there's like clips of that on YouTube." And sure enough, there is. And if you're interested in like, what was some like weird 90s show, look up some of the Liquid Television clips. And this might be one of my favorite, is this show, this mini show that they did on the show called Art School Girls of Doom. And I've been kind of obsessed with this the past week.
Really? Why?
This dude, like, took my drums.
Why'd he take your drums?
Oh, because I, like, owed him money.
Bummer. Can't you call the cops?
No, I mean, they were, like, hot in the first place.
Sad. What are you gonna do now?
I think I'm gonna become, like, a lead singer.
I don't know why, but if it's just a mix of like that show specifically is like Pee-wee's Playhouse mixed with like John Waters mixed with like just weird 90s TV. And I would really suggest looking it up. I'm trying to find like every episode. If anybody can help me find it, please do so. Warning Shots, are you there?
Hey, what's going on, boss?
And yes, somebody's talking about Beavis and Butthead in the chat. Yes, it's like that kind of crap on and I
Don't
and
sleep on Aeon Flux. It's a classic.
yeah, but Emmy's saying Aeon Flux. Yes, Liquid Television was Aeon
Banger.
Flux too, and it was a banger. And like, I never saw the movie. Did you see the movie Warning Shots with whatever?
No. I mean, because the whole point of the show, to me at least, was the art style was kind of like a little bit sexy, but a little bit grotesque and weird.
Exactly.
And it was like that was the appeal of it. So to make it a movie with cameras, lights, cameras, action, Tinseltown Hollywood shit, where you got like a lady actually like doing the character, it's not the same. I want to watch cartoons. I don't want to watch a lady on the screen.
Exactly. There was definitely a sort of like S&M like latex outfits sort of a vibe to it that there's no way they would have been able to redo. And there was so much weird stuff on it because I remember like I was a little kid and I was like convincing my parents and my uncle who was older. I was like, we got to watch these cartoons. This is the best thing on TV. And there's a part in one of the Aeon Flux clips that they showed where the two main characters capture some dude and they just cut to a clip where one of them is like sucking on his nipple. And my parents and uncle were like,
right.
What is this? And yes, Reginald, the fly caught in the eyelashes is a classic image too.
Yeah.
So Aeon Flux for sure. But I think like the second best thing on there has been completely forgotten. That Art School Girls of Doom thing is like, it's so good. It's so and it's early. Both of the main characters are trans, and this is early '90s, so they were kind of ahead of the curve on casting people who might have not been had the opportunity to be leading actors and stuff. So there you go. But anyway, no warning shots. What's going on with you?
I was looking at the topics. I see you got awkward party behavior.
What were the topics? Oh yeah, any video game suggestions? Because I'm going to talk about this too. I've been playing this very weird. Speaking of weird, sort of Liquid TV type stuff and Aeon Flux. Reginald says Aeon Flux is responsible for so much of my weirdness. That'd be interesting to know how much of our like psychosexual, deep sort of psychological stuff was shaped by that show. But yeah, awkward party behavior is one of the topics. And then the other one is if you have any weird or lesser known video game suggestions. Because I've been playing this game that I'm going to talk about later. But go ahead, no warning shots.
See, for video games, I think that might be a dead end because I don't play games as much as I used to. Especially not weird ones, unfortunately.
Oh, what a letdown you are.
I apologize.
No, I'm just kidding.
For awkward party behaviors, I feel like I know a thing or two about being awkward at parties.
Oh, I'm a master. I'm one of the absolute masters. But let's hear what you got.
Well, I think my go-to, if you want to make everyone really uncomfortable, just start crying. If that's the goal.
That's pretty good, but that can also bring people together. You know, because my go-to awkward move is I'm just sort of like walking or like I get so nervous if I don't know people. You know, it's like my default move is to just kind of like walk around like I'm like, oh, I got somewhere to go. I got somewhere to go at this party where I absolutely don't have anywhere to go. Or or you do the classic move where if there's an animal there, you just start like focusing all your attention on the oh, look, I'm just going to pet this dog. You're like petting the dog so much that it's like hair, you're rubbing off his hair, you know?
I think for my biggest problem with like parties and stuff is when you're at like capacity and above, I never get to like sit down. I feel like I always get there where I'm like standing in a doorway or standing in the hallway, and I just feel like a douchebag because it's like, where am I supposed to go? There's all the chairs are filled up. What am I supposed to do? Sit on the floor crisscross applesauce style? Like it doesn't make any sense.
This is a great point. This is a great point from No Warning Shots. Is if you're one of the people who's already at the party, you gotta accommodate this creep like me and No Warning Shot. Because we're awkward. We're gonna walk around. We're gonna make everybody uncomfortable. So you got to be like, hey, look, let's get him a chair. You know?
Yeah, a chair would be nice.
A chair would be nice. This happened to me at like I went to like this has happened to me at like restaurants. People are like, oh, we're gonna be here, and I'm like, okay, I'll show up. And I'm a little bit late. Everybody's sitting there, and I'm like, I guess I'll just stand near the table. I guess I'll just stand near the table. You know?
No, yeah, and then you feel like you got all these eyeballs on you. Everyone's mean mugging you because you're the only prick standing.
Yes.
But, you know, it's like, what am I supposed to do? There's no chairs.
Yep.
Come on.
I think the next time this happens, No Warning Shots, we should just say, like, do you guys hate me? Just say that out loud. Does everyone here hate me? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll probably, next time that happens, with quarantine over, vaccinations, everything, hopefully we'll pack up some house parties, max capacity, and I'll ask everyone if they hate me.
Just ask them. Just be straight up. That's a good point because it's post-pandemic stuff. I feel like we're gonna have to get back into the groove of not.
And these parties, they're gonna get filled.
They're gonna get filled. Yep, and people like me and you are gonna ruin these parties by acting the way we do, wandering around, getting there late, not having a seat, all of this crap. You know.
Yeah.
Well, Warning Shots, you got anything else for us?
I don't know. For Toilerette updates, I'm thinking we should just do everybody at the same time. This was raised with the boys and the Chipford. You know, just have everyone live. I mean, you know, you can call out somebody and everyone will mute or work out some way to do that as opposed to like pulling on people one by one. I think that was a big complaint.
Really? These mother cluckers out here were complaining.
Don't shoot the messenger.
Oh, actually. They were complaining. No. They were complaining that they didn't like and I will say this, what I thought was really funny is that we ended that whole thing. Like it was over. Chippy like completed talking to all the guys. And then for like hours after, it was just Chippy and all those guys in a room, just like they didn't leave. They just stayed on Discord. Just
it was nice.
It was nice. Yeah, I think Chippy is just doing her own show now.
Sparks are flying. What can I say? I mean,
for anybody that doesn't know, maybe there's somebody new who's viewing this. I don't know how that happened. You know what I mean? But the Toilerette is a thing where this woman, Chippy, she just comes on the show and she kind of like tries to meet guys on the show. And she asks them all these weird questions and then she eliminates them as if it were the Bachelorette. Well, No Warning Shots. I will talk to you later. You get that. Bye-bye. But yeah, a lot of interesting that a lot of people did watch Liquid television when they were a kid. That I don't know why that just popped in my head. It was like that was such a huge part of when I was young that they put that on TV. And it's gotta be like people love the Adult Swim aesthetic and all that stuff. Liquid TV was the original of that, right? Can we agree on that one, guys? Can you give me that one? Can you give me that one for God's sake? We got another what would you call it? How would you call people on Discord? Discorder? Caller? Let's just say caller.
Hello? Hello?
Hello. What's up?
Hey, what's up, man?
What's up?
What's up, dude?
What's up, Greg? How you doing?
Hey, I'm chilling, dude. You know how I do.
Ugh.
Yeah.
God.
Fucking pervert.
Pervert and annoying. You know, if you're gonna be a pervert, you know, do it in a kind of, you know, keep it on the DL as kids still say. But no, he's just outright a pervert. You know, it's gross.
And speaking of, I got some hot, spicy news from the private room of the Toilerette chat.
No, come on, dude.
What's going? You got hot spicy news from the private Toilerette chat?
That's right. Chippy made a
Oh, no.
private Toilerette chat with all of us.
What?
And
What?
it's unmodded. And I just
Flushing
gotta
toilets.
say, things are getting hot in this chat. It's like the actual Bachelor, you know?
Oh.
Dudes taking shirts off,
Toilet.
sexy dancing, kisses going around.
Whoa,
I mean,
whoa!
Woo,
It does
yeah.
seem like that, right, James? It's like like last time when she was like talking to these guys, a lot was revealed. Like some of these guys are sending her like pervert gifts, and you know they're sending pervert gifts back and forth. And Chippy's like saying all this kind of edgy stuff. Like it's getting intense. And there's backstabbing and stuff among
There's
the contestants.
ninjas.
There's ninjas.
Yeah.
It's getting weird,
Yeah.
right, James?
Yeah, it's getting spicy. Things are getting too spicy for the pepper, as they say.
Is Chippy do you think she's dealing with this responsibly, or is she just gonna like date like 10 guys at once and like not tell any of them that she's actually like secretly picked all of them? Like what's going, is this thing out of control, I guess is what I'm asking, James.
You know, as a contestant, I don't know, but I would like to say that I think she's enjoying the attention.
Yes, and we love Chippy. Are you hoping to get to sort of like win Chippy's hand in romance?
Oh, I'm in it to win it. I'm here to fight till the dying end. And you know I'm one of the underdog contestants. I know people are going after, you know, Battle Bong and Richard Nixon, but you know what? I think I'm gonna come out from the bottom, come out on top. Everyone loves a good underdog story.
Mhm.
That's what I'm here for.
Don't forget
I'm the
Patrick.
underdog.
Don't forget Patrick, the guy with
Oh.
the British accent.
Oh my God, that British accent gets me too. Oh.
He swooped in. He's a very charming guy, and he was kind of, yeah, we were worried about Battle Bong. We were worried about Richard Nixon, and then he swooped in, and I feel like I was like, should I just leave? Do you guys just want to be alone? Because it was very, I feel like he really charmed her.
It's yeah, he I think I should probably start coming in with my Peaky Blinders accent. You know, my little, is this how they talk in that show? Something like that.
Is this how they talk on that show? Hello, Chippy. Hello, Chip.
That's a sexy accent right there.
Hello,
You
Chippy.
got a few coppers. I'm going to the factory to go work in the little machine because I got tiny hands.
My name's Ringo Starr. My name's John Lennon. This is how I talk.
That's Brit. That's all British people. to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Well,
it is,
James,
and
do you have any? By the way, I mean, I'm glad that you're giving us this insight into sort of I would say the kind of creepy backstabbing and fighting and clawing to try to win Chippy's hand in marriage and romance. I'm glad you're giving us a peaky blinder behind the scenes here. But do you have anything else for the topic? Do you have a video game suggestion, or do you have a awkward party moments?
Oh, as far as awkward party moments, it's not really an awkward party moment, but never go stag to school dances. I did that twice in high school, and it was the worst mistake of my life.
Oof.
I thought I was a shoo-in at homecoming. My crush was there.
Oof.
I was gonna go to it, and I went to homecoming stag, and then, yep,
Ugh.
it was
You're
horrible. And like you said, nowhere to sit. I'm like standing on the side, and then like the girl I like is like the other side, completely ignores me.
Oh.
And then the embarrassing part is my older sister had to come in and pick me up and like in front of all my friends.
Oh.
Yeah, it was. Yep,
Jeez.
and I ended up never going to prom because of that experience, and so just.
I've definitely had experiences like that for sure, and I feel like an older person has to step in, right? If you're like you know, you need a ride and all this stuff. I feel like the parent either should like set you up with some, you know, like get you a car or like rent some kind of a driver or something. You can't let a kid do something like that, right? You got to be like, dude, this is gonna traumatize you for life, basically, if you do this.
Yeah, definitely. And just having my sister walk in at that, right as I was about to like ask my crush out and everything, it was like horrible.
Did anything ever happen with this crush, or did they just continue to just ignore you?
I guess I got what the kids say, friend zoned.
Oh no, jeez. Is there a way?
It was one of those I think of you as a little brother type situations.
Oh boy, that's sick. Jeez, James, I'm really sorry to hear that. If we can contact this person somehow, maybe we can try to re-spark this. Maybe you could be the toiler, and maybe they could be one of the contestants, you know?
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, James, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye, and you get this. We're not flushing people anymore. We're just shooting them.
Weird.
DJ, thank you for the $2.99. And I have to do this, by the way. Thank you to Overworked CNA. Overworked CNA. Greg, stop. Bart and Patrick Layton. I think that's the same Patrick, the toilerette. The guy who's shot to the top of the toilerette, Patrick Layton. Thank you guys for sponsoring the program. Or producing the program. Redolent Thought. Tatum. Oh, people in chat are just having their own conversation. I don't know. God knows what they're talking about in there. God knows what. You know? I want to actually... Let's switch gears a little bit. Let's read this, because Ed Sheeran's got a new song. And I don't know really from Ed Sheeran that much, to be honest, you know? It's based on what I've heard. It gets this.
What?
But I thought this review, I read a little bit of this review and I thought it was funny, so let's read it. Ed Sheeran has a new song called Bad Habits. Bad Habits makes Ed Sheeran's glory days as a Milady man. Okay, so we're getting a little anti-British. With an acoustic guitar seem almost charming. After dabbling in dancehall and hip-hop on 2019's number 6 collaborations project, the lad remains firmly committed to exploring... Patrick is not going to like this. There's a lot of anti-British sentiment in here. To exploring all the different shades of derivative. Sheeran's take on a post-pandemic club tune, his words, has zero edge, flaunting a noirish synth line, but neutering any real hints of danger. I mean, he deserves this. I always hear Ed Sheeran stuff, and sorry, look, if there's any Ed Sheeran fans in there, look, I'm sorry. Maybe it's because I'm a boomer. I don't know what this is. But I hear this stuff in like when I usually go in to buy like a brownie or some chips or something. I hear an Ed Sheeran tune and I'm just like, what's this? What's going on here? I'm becoming a full-on old person. But neutering any real hints of danger. It's all painfully predictable. Sheeran's titular bad habits give way to loneliness, empty conversations, and regret. Eventually, he concludes, my bad habits lead to you, throwing in an obligatory coup. The whole thing aspires for blah, 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 blah. So they're trashing Sheeran. The Bad Habits video suggests that these late night escapades are a sort of Joker origin story. I can't do it. I can't do it. But I saw them on, like, I don't know, Instagram just trashing this guy, and I was like, oh man, that song looks horrible. That song looks horrible. Sorry to any Sheeran fans out there, but I don't know what's going on with that guy. I don't know what's going. And that beautiful, like, go watch the video for that Beautiful People song right now. Oh my God. Aram, Squid for Hire, thank you. Aram, you've shown us how to love the grind. Time to do that dating coach video. A lot of people have been asking for that Ian Camp dating coach video. That'll be my next, because I do a hustle. I have a hustle YouTube channel. It's all about rise and grind and loving the hustle. You got to learn to love the hustle, okay? It's not about making money. It's about a passion for waking up and doing a cryptocurrency scam. I wake up every morning at 3 a.m. to start my cryptocurrency scams. You pukes need to sign up to Patreon. Very cool extra content. There's going to be more this week, Bart. Doing a whole new show where we, it's going to be little preview. It's going to be called Book Oblaga, and we're going to go deep on, like, weird books. We're going to talk about weird and interesting books. This person gets in just because of the great name. Willem de Flush?
Hello? Good name, dude.
Hey,
Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, what's up, dude?
Yo, Greg, I got a question for you.
Yeah, shoot, man. I'm an open book, dude. I'm an open book, bro.
Yo, how did you meet RM and how did you end up living on his couch?
Yeah, that's a really good question. That's a really good question.
You know, it's just, like, just a really friendly person. You know, I just put myself out there. And I think that just kind of the world brings you to people who will help you out, you know?
Yeah. The world brings you to people who will help you out, but you don't help out. You kind of just, when you're finished eating food, you just kind of leave it on the floor.
Well, different cultures. You know, I'm from a different culture, and that's what we do. When we're done eating, as a sign of respect, we throw our food packages and plates on the floor.
Your culture's just filthy, Greg.
Well, that's what I do. You guys are the same kind of guys who are, like, against, like, whining and complaining about critical race theory, and because it's different. There's something different. Well, I do things different. You know, when I'm done eating, I throw the stuff on the floor.
Wow. That's not a very
That's
apt.
being a very bad guest.
That's you, boy. Man, I'm sorry, Willem. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry you got to deal with this character.
Worry,
Yeah.
I wanted to let you know that I was pre-flushed from the toilet.
Oh, they wouldn't even let you on?
Yeah, no. Well, I tried to get on, and what happened was I was driving to work, and a line of ninjas stopped my car, dragged me out, kneecapped me, and now I got to go to physical therapy on Wednesday.
So a bunch of ninjas it was like I'm
pretty sure I know who it was too.
So they like surrounded your car like Sicario or whatever. You were stopped and they got you. They dragged you out. Oh boy.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
Jeez, I'm really sorry. I mean, it's getting really sick. This whole toilet thing. It's like it is very competitive. I think a lot of these contestants really want to, they really want to get with Chippy. They really want to get with Chippy, and they'll do anything to do it, you know?
Yeah, I was vying for Chippy's hand, but obviously unforeseen circumstances.
Oh, well, Willem, I'm so sorry. It looks like it ain't gonna happen. But maybe, I don't know. Maybe you could swoop in at the last second and win the thing.
Yeah, they kept calling me Rozzy. It was really weird.
Well, look,
I think it was mistaken identity.
I don't know what you guys got going on, but I don't like it. I'll say that much. Do not.
I just want to ask you real quick. Did you ever see the movie Way Downtown?
That's wow. I cannot believe you're bringing that up because I thought that maybe I was like the only person who watched that movie. I watched that movie on remember when you had to order the disc from Netflix?
Yeah.
I ordered Way Downtown as an ordered disc on Netflix. And I really loved that movie for a long time. I'm not sure why, and I don't remember most of it. But it's a bunch of people who were kind of like in a mall, right? In a mall/office.
So their office was connected to their home, and it was connected to a mall.
Mm-hmm.
And they had this whole bet, like, who could just basically stay within this complex because they were all connected by tunnels.
Right.
And they all start going crazy and thinking of ways to like off themselves with bottles full of marbles. And I think at one point they're like in a car and some guy just looks down and he's been so stuck inside and gone so crazy. And he just sees like a giant trout eating his leg.
Yep. I remember that was like one of the classic images from that movie. You know what?
Yeah.
I loved that movie, and it's sort of along the same lines as like. Also, it was a digital video movie, right? Back when that was less common, right?
Are you talking about a laser disc? What do you mean?
No. Like it had that grainy video look to it, right?
Oh yeah. It was really grainy.
Yeah. It was sort of like there were a couple movies back then around that time. It was like Spike Lee's Bamboozled and all these movies were like, we're shooting movies on video now. And it just looked very like somebody just like totally beat these movies up. It's also like the Lars von Trier Dogma movies and all that stuff where it was like, they were kind of interesting. I still think it's like a cool look. So yeah, I would recommend that too. Along with like weird 90s vibe stuff. Liquid Television, especially Art School, Girls from Hell, and then Way Downtown. And
because I didn't see Liquid Television, but when you showed the clip at the beginning, it got me thinking about Way Downtown for some reason.
Oh, I'm so glad that somebody else watched that movie because it's almost, to me, that movie's almost like a dream now. Like if you told me that movie actually doesn't exist, I would have believed it. But now I kind of want to rewatch it.
Well, thanks for taking my call, RM. It's good talking to you.
Love you. Cool guy. Wow. Nobody surprised he's watched that movie. Way Downtown. It's one of those things I want to rewatch. I'll show myself out. Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm done talking to this guy. See, I can't even avoid the awkward party behavior on a Discord call. That's truly sad. That's where it gets a little sad, my guys. Also, has anybody been, is there anybody out there, people still, like, I saw that Tyler, the Creator, is, like, trending really hard right now. Has anybody listened to that new Tyler, the Creator stuff? If anybody has, come on and tell me if it's good. Because he's one of those guys where I'm like, I don't know if I want to invest too much time in that. One more note. Important.
Political views.
One more note here. This section is called Political Views, I guess.
Political views.
Is I can't remember what the context was, but I uploaded something where I was talking about how you could get nerds in any drink on over at Sonic. And I think I made some joke about how you can get nerds in your coffee, like as a joke. And I got a message from some guy who went to Sonic and asked for nerds in his coffee, and they did it. And they gave it to him. And he showed me this image of his empty coffee cup because he drank it all. And there's just like these decrepit, like worn down nerds at the bottom of his cup. So just a little plug. This is not a paid endorsement or sponsorship, but there you go. You can get nerds in your coffee at Sonic. Point being, are you there?
Hey, what's up, dude? Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
What's up, man? Hey, what's up, man?
Oh, hey, am I live?
Yes, you are live.
Sorry about that. It's my first Discord call, and there's a lag.
No problem. Sorry, I think we were having a little bit of phone issues. I don't know if you heard that. A little bit of phone issues.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Thank you. Point being? What's going on with you? What do you got? What do you got going on? And what's
Let's see here. Video games. Should we start there?
Yeah. To quote the great Lana Del Rey, video games.
I'm not a big gamer, but PlayStation 2 is what I have. Spider-Man 2 and Battlefront 2 are pretty good. And Steam Human Flat is kind of cute, but
wait, what's
not
it,
really a game?
Say it again. What's it called?
Human Fall Flat.
Human Fall Flat. What is it? Is it like Fall Guys?
It's like abstract, kind of cute characters that you kind of solve puzzles.
EA Sports. In the game.
Okay, awesome. It sounds good. I'm gonna check it out. Human Fall Flat. I'm gonna write it down actually. Human Fall Flat. All right. I'm gonna look it up. Steam. Point being, I love it. Coming in with suggestions. You got anything else?
Okay.
Somebody says play The Sopranos on PS2.
Nice. Awkward party behavior. I'm definitely the guy like yourself, and the dog talking to the dog, making friends.
Talking to the dog. Definitely, I've definitely done that. Where like, I guarantee people were like, "Is that guy ever gonna leave that dog?" Like the dog itself is like, "I got to get away from this guy. This guy's making me uncomfortable. He's petting me so many times that he's literally tearing my fur off."
Yeah, making actual conversation too. Like what's the deal with these people at this party? Just like totally deluding myself.
We gotta make a promise, everybody listening to this. If you see this guy, like me or I can't remember who was it? Who was it? Or I can't remember who it was earlier. Or point being, if you see us acting like weirdos, just reach out and please help us, okay? And we'll do that too. If we see somebody acting weird and awkward at a party, because maybe people will be at more gatherings soon. We will do the same. We see somebody walking around acting weird, we're gonna be like, hey, want to talk? Hey, hi.
People still have parties. I haven't been to a party in a couple years. I live in the forest now.
That's what. Point being, that's a good idea. I think I might steal that from you. Well, point being, thank you for talking to me, and I will talk to you.
Cheers.
Later. Bye. Good person right there. Twisted Metal 2. I'm gonna write that down. I forgot about that game. Twisted Metal 2. The game that I've been playing is, I have not played one of these since I was a kid, but it's a point and click game, and it's called Critters for Sale. And maybe I could just show some screenshots of it. But if you look it up, it's definitely got a creepy vibe to it. And that's what like sparked in my brain as I remembered, the thing about point and click games, because they were limited to just being boring, stupid, kind of a simplistic medium, that they had to rely on a sort of creepiness. And that's what I remember as a kid playing point and click games, is that there was a creepiness to them that kind of got lost. And Critters for Sale kind of really leans into that. Very, very creepy. Is this game vegan friendly? You know what? You're permabanned. You get this. And yes, Metal Slug rules too. But I would look up, it's on Steam, it's $10. I'm trying to get the guy who made it, because I think it's one dude made it by himself. Very creepy vibe to this game that I like. And again, it's a point and click. It's not like an action game. You're clicking around and you're like talking to people and stuff. But it's definitely creepy. And the visuals are I don't know. There's nothing like it. It's kind of perfect. Lasagna Tube.
Lasagna?
Hey.
Hey, what's up, man?
Hey.
What's up, dude?
Greg.
What's up?
Oh, God. Sorry about that.
Oof. Are you all right? Are we okay?
I think we're okay. I think Greg is having some phone issues. He's supposed to do we had a pre-planned segment where he was going to do his review of Cruella, because he went and saw Cruella. And but I'm not sure if it's going to happen because we're having some very serious audio issues. But anyway, Lasagna Tube, you're one to never have audio issues. You always sound perfect.
What? Oh, it's Discord. It's just that I'm lucky. I'm lucky with the Discord. I prayed to the Discord gods and I've appeased them.
Oh, that's what you got to do.
Killed the rabbit. Hey, you gotta look in the auguries, and that's how you avoid tech issues. So you know.
You got to get on the altar. Someone says Disco Elysium is the first point and click I've played since. Yeah, Disco Elysium is pretty interesting. It's definitely like the look of it is very interesting. But it's weird because that Critters for Sale game has like a really interesting interface too, and it's very psychedelic. The other thing is like the way, I don't know how to say it, but like the way the art is done has that like sort of like old tech look to it. I don't know. I don't even know how to it's $10. Just go throw some money to an independent game maker and tell me what you think, you know? But
it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I would check.
For Disco Elysium though, that's one of my all-time favorites. I cannot say enough good things about that game.
Yeah, that's a good one. And I think if I remember correctly, this woman has a voice in it. What's her name? The Red Scare girl. But anyway, Lasagna Tube, what's going on with you, my friend?
Oh, just trying to keep my head above water. How about yourself? I think things have been rough on you out there. You got no air conditioning?
I lost power for a while. Also, just as bad as like not losing power for a day is knowing that there's probably a good chance that at any point you're going to lose power again is kind of annoying too. But but so there's that. That's that kind of hanging over my head. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's a blazing hot and so on, etc. But you're struggling through this summer heat? It sounds like.
I'm trying. The corn's enjoying it. I've got some real nice tomatoes. The growth is doing fantastic. You want to do garden talk? We can walk through the garden.
Ooh, you're a gardener. I like this. The Lasagna Tube. I didn't know this. Are you eating all your own fresh vegetables and stuff?
So much yet. We're getting some good harvests. I've got peas. We've got lettuce, some spinach. This stuff is starting to bolt. Going to seed. It doesn't like this heat. So you can only get so much out of the lettuce and the spinach. It's already started to go to seed, so it's pretty much useless now.
Global warming is what's destroying your thing, right?
Exactly. Climate change. It's the climate change.
Correct. You're right. Climate change. You got it. Yeah. Well, and anything else, Lasagna Tube, or are you gonna get the flush right now?
Well, I noticed somebody brought up about Bloodsport. Did you take the time to watch Bloodsport at all?
I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid, but I haven't seen it in a long time. I do have it on my list to rewatch though.
Okay, so there's one thing that's funny. It was a little bit of the, and this is in the 80s. There was an undercurrent of some homoeroticism. He has his best friend there, Jackson, and he's the only one in that whole movie that he ever says he loves you to. When there's the last scene, he goes, "I love you, man." He does not say that to the female lead throughout the whole entire movie. Only person that he says he loves you to is Jackson.
It's funny because I just listened to that Mark Maron Tarantino interview, and I can't remember what movie it is. I think it might have been one of those early Tarantino movies, but where he's explaining how Top Gun is like a big metaphor for some guy who's a closeted homosexual or whatever. Have you seen that?
Oh no, but it sounds about right. Like it's very similar to the Bloodsport.
I think it's out there on YouTube, but it's Quentin Tarantino really laying on the Tarantino. He's like, "Look, here's the thing, man. Okay,
if you watch Top Gun,
You know, like he's doing the whole Tarantino thing, but you know, it really is like there's definitely to quote Small Boy in the chat, there is for sure a queer reading to Top Gun for sure. Absolutely for sure there is. And I would say
I believe Bloodsport's on there as well.
I'm going to put Bloodsport on there for sure. Bloodsport. You know what? It'd be interesting to have somebody on the show who could give us a rundown of those movies that you know, give us that reading, you know, because I think there was a lot of that going on in the, you know, where it was, you know, it was still kind of it was still kind of a taboo in the mainstream, you know, so they had to kind of smuggle the message through, you know.
Yeah, we're watching Jean-Claude Van Damme all greased up, you know, doing a little bit of dancing around. I mean, I don't know.
You gotta love Jean-Claude, right? Remember Time Cop? Remember Time Cop?
Oh, he fights himself in that one, doesn't he? I think they set it up where he actually has to fight himself.
All I remember from Time Cop is there's like a virtual reality porno scene, and there's a part where some guy, he does a split, because, you know, Jean-Claude Van Damme's always doing splits. He jumps up and does a split like on his counter, and then like some dude who's trying to kill him gets shocked because there's like water on the ground or something. But then anyway, well, Lasagna Tube, as always, a perfect Discord call, and I'll talk to you later. He didn't even say bye. Unbelievable.
Toilets. Running water external toilets.
Guys, so much to talk about. So much to talk about going on. And if anybody's already gone off and what Tarantino also goes into Madonna's Like a Virgin, yes, in the whatever that movie is, Reservoir Dogs.
Look, man, here's the deal, okay?
I get it. I mean, it's hard to do at Tarantino because it's just kind of like you end up just acting like sort of a goofball. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get to Greg's review of the thing soon, but maybe we'll talk to a few more people. Benito?
Benito, what's up? Benito?
Oh, hi.
Benito?
Mr. Brown? Yes, hi.
Benito, sorry about that. What's going on with you, Benito?
Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I'm excited today. This is a good day, you know?
You're
I've
all
been hanging out with my friends.
You're all fired up?
Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm up and ready, sir. I'm up and ready.
Hell yeah.
Today, I will share with you.
You did something fun today?
Well, yeah, actually. I hung out with my friends all day on Discord.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's what I did today.
Hell yeah.
And while I was doing that, I was working on what I'm about to share with you today, which is a chord progression, as well as me accompanying it with my drums. And I'd like to dedicate it to my bro, my brewski, Bunny.
Let's hear it.
And yeah, here
Let's hear it.
All right. Here we have the chord progression. And it's going to take me a little bit to get the tempo right.
Let's hear it. Here we
So
go.
be patient with that.
Get it right. Get it straight.
This is something I have a
Does it
lot
sound
of
good?
It's, you know what? I'm going to say yes. Let's hear it.
Wait, do you hear the chord progression right now?
No.
Why?
Wait, right now.
Nope.
Okay, how about now?
Nope.
You don't hear it?
No.
Do you see my screen?
Everyone's scared.
No, I do not.
Oh, jeez. Here's what I'll do. I'll refresh my Discord.
Okay. We'll bring you back later. Benito. Thank you. Oh, look who it is. Look who shows her face.
Look who shows up. What's up?
All right, Greg. Get out of here.
Greg, enough. Enough with that stuff, man.
Get out of here.
What up, Chip? We got Chip.
Yeah, hey.
What
Miss
up,
me? Miss me from last Wednesday?
Of course, Chip is a big part of the show. This is Chippy. She is the Toilerette.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
Be honest. How does it feel to have all these people competing to just have a chance at like a romance with you?
I mean, I like it. I mean, who wouldn't like it? You know, all these people saying that the power is going to my head. Y'all would do the same.
Yeah,
Y'all
there's a lot.
would
There's
do
a
the
lot of
same.
talk I've noticed in the Discord. They're like, "Yeah, Chippy is kind of like she used to be this humble, very likable girl, and now she's like this demented queen. You know, this demented sort of a power drunk queen. You know?
I mean,
how do you feel
what am I
about people
supposed to
saying that?
do? I don't mind. I mean, everybody, you know, it's kind of like politicians, right? Like they all start humble, and then through time, they just become corrupt, and their morals get destroyed. So I guess that's what's happening. The natural progression of power. You know,
We need a drop that just it's that because everybody in the chat is now like Chip. They're all excited that it's
you have like caused like everybody that I talk to is just like Chip.
Hey, Chip.
Did you like that British accent that guy was?
Hey, yo.
Whatever. I can't even do it. Did you hear that British accent?
Yes, it was iconic. Did you see what Willie Fisher Gash said? Power corrupts Lady Stalin, aka Chippy. You know, I have always thought to myself, if I ever had too much power, I'd probably go the Stalin route. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Ooh, I could see that. I could see that
Yeah.
for sure. I could see that.
But just it would just be like a instead of gulags, just like giant toilets that I just flush you to like this the pole, like the south the not the southern pole, the what is it called?
No, you send them to like the work camps, but it's really just this giant rows and rows of toilets that they have to dunk their heads in.
Exactly.
And it's frozen, so their heads get froze in the toilet.
Oh yeah, right. Don't they love that in Russia? Like just getting into like
Flushing
frozen
toilets.
tundras of water.
Yeah, they do. They totally
Exactly.
do. I don't know what they're doing over there. This is why
those
we
Russians, it's madness.
This is why we got to start a war with them and China at the same time. I think that's the only.
You know,
thing to do.
when ISIS was at its peak, you know what I used to say all the time? I used to say, if all America has to do is go to Mexico and go to the cartels and be like, hey, yo, here's the thing. Just send like a whole bunch of your guys, all of the sicarios over to Syria and get this shit together. And the war in Syria would have been over. Because people are like, oh, ISIS, they're so horrible. If you see half of this shit that cartels do, like literally like just hang the intestines of people over bridges and like, it's like, are you kidding me? They would destroy like ISIS, I think. Just a little thought.
Chip, you sound like you should be some kind of a foreign advisor to. You probably could at this point. You could trick old Grandpa Joe into letting you do this.
Yeah, this is another weird thought that I had once. This is why I would totally be like a dictator. You know how like you can't use weapons of mass destruction, right? But what if you took all the farts of like, you know, like cows and like humans and all that stuff, and you like were able to concentrate it and then just use that as like bombs every single time like somebody tries to get like saucy in the international world, just throw a fucking American fart at them. You know that shit is toxic. You know they're gonna
Chippy, it's weird when you started talking about this. I see all these toilerette competitors dropping out now. That's weird.
Except for 2 James for you. I think he likes farts.
2 James for you is a pretty sick dude, and he loves that kind of stuff.
Yes.
I like if anybody's watching the stream, they can see that the I got a cropped background thing going on, and it keeps sort of not working. And somebody who it's Odie in the chat is like, is that a trash bag background? And pretty much
It really doesn't. It
Pretty
really
much.
does look like it.
I mean, look at that.
It's
Yeah.
like crumbled in a corner.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh man, I gotta invest in some new crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're turning into Tim Pool little by little.
Imagine that. Imagine having like all the resources in the world, and you're just like, I'm gonna stick with this 240p camera. No problem. I mean, the first thing I would do if this horrendous garbage dump of a show ever, was like became a real big thing like that, is I would buy real crap. I would get some real equipment. You know what I mean? But he's just like, nope. I'm just gonna pocket every cent. Sick.
Yeah, that's true, right? Like he doesn't do like Ben Pepino for Ben Pepino, it's not even his money, right? Like it's just like what is it, like oil money?
For I mean, I know Ben Pepino got started with like millions of dollars from these guys, the Wilkes brothers, who are fracking billionaires.
Yeah.
And look, he also has worked with he's part of a whole system like the Young America's Foundation and all this crap where they just basically back up the money truck to these guys. But anyway, Chippy, I'm going to flush you for now, but I'm going to bring you back on later, okay?
All right.
Classic Chip. Hi, Chippy. Hi, Chippy. I'm one of the contestants of the Toilet, and I'd like to be your boyfriend.
That's a character I made up, the weird old Southern guy who wants to be Chippy's boyfriend. Shenanigans. She says, sorry I'm late. Is Chippy engaged yet? Yes, you missed it. Squid for Hire. Thank you for some real equipment. Love ya. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Squid. Love ya. It'll add up, I'm sure. Oh, totally. I think I can, at this point, afford to get a real green screen. Thanks, RM, for teaching me to never say their names right. Thank you, SC. Thank you, SC. What else we got to talk about? Let's talk to our good, beautiful friend. Goes by the name Greg. Greg, are you there?
Yeah, what's up, man? I've been waiting, and now it's time for my...
Hold on,
Well, I got it. Don't worry, I got it. Now it's time for my review of Cruella. Cruella is a movie that I saw to do a report on for this program, and it's not what I expected. A lot of people dancing around, a lot of Italians dancing around in the street, and I'm not sure what this has to do with the 101 Dalmatians.
Did you say a lot of Italians dancing in the street?
Yep. I mean, this movie is a real departure from the original Disney movie.
I'm gonna say it sounds like you might have watched the wrong movie.
No, Cruella.
Yeah, and you're saying it's a bunch of Italians dancing around?
Yeah, they're sort of dancing around. It's like a musical, and it really, I didn't even see one Dalmatian up in this mug.
Okay. It sounds like, Greg, it sounds like you, I think you saw that movie In the Heights, actually.
What? What is that?
Okay. I had a feeling that this segment wasn't going to go well.
Well, I think I did fine. Fine.
Nah, now your phone's messed up. Anyway, guys. Oh, is this Emmy? Let's talk to Emmy. Emmy, are you there?
I am here. Hello.
Emmy, what up?
Hey, what's up?
Emmy, what up?
I knew it. I have something to say to you, Greg. I'm on a time crunch, so can I please talk to RM again?
Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. I don't know if Mary Kay told you, but I have like half an hour before my pharmacy closes.
Oh!
I'm an old person, so I gotta like run over there. Anyways, so let me get down to it.
Hit it.
I'm a little bit annoyed because last time I called in, you flushed me, but not only did you flush me, but you had me talk to Greg first. I had to talk to Greg, and then I got flushed.
What's wrong with that?
Hello.
So is this, you're happy about this? You're happy about
Hey,
that?
are you like RM's secretary now? Because I heard you take one of the pick up one of the calls. Are you his secretary?
He's very, this guy Greg is very, very sexist, and he's basically living in the 50s. So for him, being called a secretary is like this like huge insult.
Why do you think I say? What do you think I said that?
He's just shaking, and he's so angry now.
I can't believe this, dude! No!
Oh God, jeez.
But no, so listen. So I was like super cranky that day. Plus, it's like we've been going through this crazy heat wave. It's like 80 billion degrees. So I was like super
You're in
cranky. I was like,
California,
you know
right?
what? Yeah, I'm in California. I'm like, you know what? I was like, he's super lame. I'm not watching his shit anymore. Blah blah blah. I was all crotchety. And within like 2 days, I was watching your videos again and like laughing my ass off. So
Wow.
I can never stay mad at you.
I can never stay mad at you either, Emmy. Look, no offense to anybody. Sometimes there's like a flush that happens, and it's just sometimes that's just how it goes. You know what I mean? It's not.
Well, because I said I was unprepared, but I
Mhm.
meant because you guys were watching Crowder get his ass beat by Cedar. So
Mhm.
I didn't have anything to contribute for that, but I had stuff to talk about. But
Weird.
It's in the past. I watched your videos are hilarious that you keep coming out with. Let me just you guys were talking about Liquid MTV, right?
Yeah.
That was my shit back in the day. I remember it was like middle school, I think. Yeah, like 7th or 8th grade. We used to stay up all night, or
Mhm.
like stay up really late because it would come on. But my two favorite shows on there were Eon Flux, and I think it was The Head. Wasn't The Head?
yeah.
Wasn't that the name of the one? The
The
guy with the
Head.
big ass head.
Yeah.
That's like an alien dude living in his big old cone head that would like
Mhm.
come out sometimes.
Weird.
Yes.
And then Eon Flux, she's the first animated character that made me question my sexuality.
Yeah, there was
And the-
definitely that vibe in Eon Flux where it was like, even like he was saying, like the dude earlier was saying, it's even the art style was kind of very erotic and stuff.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah. That was my coming of age, literally.
Whoa! Hey!
And then you know that and then when they did the live action movie with Charlize Theron, and Charlize is hot, but like I don't know. I don't.
So
think she did her
did you
justice.
watch the Charlize version?
I did watch the Charlize version.
And
it was pretty lame. It was you didn't see it?
I haven't seen it. I've been actually thinking about watching it since I've been thinking
old.
of.
Nah,
It's
whatever.
crappy.
I mean, don't put it on your. I mean, if you wanted just to watch her, then yeah, go for it. But I don't know. It was overall, I wouldn't give it a great score, and I don't think she did my girl Eon justice.
Whoa! Hold on.
But
Jay Showa. I mean, we got to give it up for Jay Showa. Just gave a huge donation. Uncle Joe just bombed Iraq and Syria. Yeah, I read about that. Look, anybody who's surprised by what Joe Biden is doing, he's garbage. He's always been garbage, this guy. And, like, none of us should be shocked by any of the horrendous stuff that's going on. As Snake used to say, war never changes. As Snake used to say, war never changes. Exactly.
And dude, we've been going through this over and over again. Well, when I say we, I mean like me and you because of our ages. We've been going through this shit since Bush snatched the presidency from Al Gore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's
well,
been just like over and over and over of like, oh yeah, well, then we get into a war and then you know what I mean? Just like all this shit. 9/11 happens, we get into a war. And then just like piggyback. I mean, it goes back even further than that. But I'm just saying, since I've been of legal voting age, I've been getting fucked in the ass by my Congress, by my Senate. And they don't know how to use lube. That's not fun.
Yeah, and
no, it's annoying. It's annoying.
It's yeah, and anybody like, we talk about a lot of political stuff on this thing. I think it's time for look, it's time for us all to like get involved and to stop just like thinking that like voting for these people is going to help.
And like stop having people like 30 years out of retirement age still in the White House, in the on the Senate and all that stuff. Like, no, retirement age 65, get out of here. Just collect your stupid collect your stupid pension and get.
Emmy, you're preaching right now, but I'm gonna let you go so you could go get your you gotta go to the pharmacy.
Thank you. I was just gonna say that, but can I ask you one question really quick? Really quick.
Hit it.
Okay, I swear to God, I was not gonna bring up Tom Segura today because.
Oh my God, you love Tom.
No. But he's your neighbor. Did you know he's your neighbor?
Is he really? He lives here now?
He's your next door neighbor. Yeah, he lives right next door. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, he lives in Austin. Well, like he has his house for like his kids and his wife and stuff out in Austin. So, if you ever see him when you're out and about, get a picture for me.
It's really funny. All right, I will, Emmy. I will. Look, you got a big, huge crush. Like we were saying, Tom Segura is a type of guy. Like everybody knows a guy who like has a Tom Segura sort of look and vibe. And look, there's a specific guy who I know in my life he's married. They're always married too. Like I feel like they're very desirable.
Maybe it's his secret twin.
All right, Emmy, I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.
So
love you.
be on the lookout for Segura.
I'll give him a shout out. I'll be like, hey, Emmy wants to do a private toilerette with you.
Oh God, he would probably show though. He'd probably do your show.
I
All
hope
right,
so.
thanks for taking my call, RM. Thanks,
Bye
guys.
bye.
See you
Bye
later.
bye, Emmy. Bye bye, Emmy. Geez, Jay Showa, thank you so much. Thank you so. I cannot believe that. What is your problem? Schwan, thank you. And Stephen Primo, thank you. We got to give it up for Stephen MAGA Tom Segura. We got to look at that. That guy who's on Tim Pool. And it's funny, too, because Tim Pool always talks about that guy like he's like, he's, his guru or something. He's like, that guy wrote a book. That guy wrote a book. Because if you wrote a book, that means it's something. And his book is called something like From a Leftist to MAGA, or like that kind of thing. And we love it. We love MAGA Tom Segura. That's my Tom Segura. MAGA Tom Segura. Has anybody out there who's never watched Liquid Television gone and watched any of that stuff yet that I was talking about? Let me know what you think, because I feel like a lot of that stuff really doesn't translate. Like you're watching that art school Girls of Doom. You're kind of just like, I don't know, what is this? Some weird 90s thing? What is this? Oh, look who it is.
J-Bone! What up, Bone? Hey, what up, Bone? What up, Bone?
What up? What up, man? RM.
Bone.
Bone.
What up, Bone?
RM.
Bone.
I finally got my
bone. Who is this? I'm doing an impression of somebody who is bone. What you gonna do when there ain't no man of nine when no judgment comes for you and John? Who am I doing an impression of?
It's either 311 or George Michael. One of the
come
two.
on. Look, I'm rapping right now. When judgment comes for you, and everybody. That's me rapping.
Right. Is that... Who's that guy? Macklemore.
That's
RM.
It. Nailed it.
Greg is a big fan of Macklemore.
Oh, Greg loves him. Greg actually said, like, I was talking to Greg the other day, and I was like, man, like, I still love listening to like classic old hip hop music, and he's like, yeah, like Macklemore, and I was like, man, Greg, you're
old school.
He's one of those guys who really has no interest in culture. He's just like, I don't care. I just don't care. Macklemore, whatever sort. He gets his musical sort of he's like, oh, I should check out that song if he walks into like a Chipotle, like whatever they're playing in there. He's like, oh, I should get that on Spotify.
Come on, dude. You don't have to
hang out at the thrift
reveal.
store. Hang out at the thrift store with MC Hammer, or I'm sorry, Hammer. It's Hammer.
J-Bone, what's going on with you lately? What's up with your?
I got my wish. I got my big wish.
What is it? What is it?
Glenn Greenwald and Nathan Robinson finally went out it this past weekend.
That's so
It
weird
was a
because
UFC promo.
I have to pull that up. And a lot of people have been saying this about you, J-Bone, that you have a crush on Brianna Joy Gray. Is that true?
Maybe.
So what happened? I have that video. Whoa, what is that in the background, Jay? Are you driving, Jay?
No. I'm here at my workstation.
Oh my God! Are you
Reporting
driving
for duty?
You driving a forklift?
No, I'm just like John Kerry, 2004 Democratic Convention. I'm reporting for duty.
I remember that. That was a sad moment, but
it's kind of sad, and I kind of got it at the time. It was like a good,
reporting
like, little,
for duty.
Yeah.
It's when like when John McCain said, when he said bomb Iran. Remember that?
Bomb Iran.
Remember that? What a psycho.
The Beach Boys sued him.
Wow.
They sued him?
No, I'm just saying. If you ever want to learn about John McCain, listen to the Dollop History podcast, and they just tear into John McCain for 3 hours. The guy should never have been a professional pilot in Vietnam. He got a crash in Spain. He crashed one time at Vietnam. And they're like, hey, this guy sucks balls as a pilot, but because his daddy was an admiral and.
But what is this? Wait,
hold on again.
Where? Hold on. Where did this go? Stevie says Bree Joy Day. He calls her Bree Joy. Let's just say Gray is cute, but she always tries to start crap with people. That's part. That's part of it. She's not afraid to get out there. That's part of it. That's part of the attraction, right, J-Bone?
I think that's an admirable quality to get out there and start
get some
shit.
crap.
I think
get some crap
Greenwald, it was, it's a good interview. They talk about it. Greenwald's more concerned with the military-industrial complex, the spies and civil liberties. Robinson's more class-based solutions, I guess we could say.
Yep.
But it's good to talk it out, people. Talk it out. Let's talk it out.
That's right. Let's talk it out. Let's walk it out, and let's calm down. Nathan J. I think what I think it is with Nathan J. Robinson. He thinks he's fancy with his attire.
Fedora.
With his fedora. People always make fun of him, but I think he actually is a really smart guy, and current affairs is pretty good, pretty great.
Yeah, I'm more team Greenwald, Macchiabi, but. But hey, let's make friends.
All right. Well, you know what, J-Bone? I'm going to give you
Are you going to flush me?
I'm flushing you. Bye-bye. Because, look, I'm on team, what is that guy's name? Nate. I'm on team Nate, so you get flushed. That's how we deal with opinions on this show. Is Greg the same Greg that works at Amazon and enjoys pooping and peeing in bottles? That's from Matt Randazzo. Matt Randazzo. Cool. I wish that was my last name. Matt Randazzo. 2 Z's. You get 2 Z's in your last name? Randazzo. Is Greg the same Greg that works at Amazon and enjoys pooping and peeing in bottles? What's weird is that Greg actually... This is truly baffling. But he says when he read that story, he was like, yeah, I do that too. When that story started coming out that people are peeing in bottles because they work there, he's like, yeah, I done that. And I was like, Greg, I didn't even know you worked at Amazon. He's like, no, when I'm ordering things on Amazon, I pee and poop in bottles because I don't want to get up.
Don't reveal that, dude. That's my private life, dude.
Fix your phone, man.
Dude, private life, dude.
Fix your phone. Oh, God. Greenwald is a bit of a nutcase. let's look at, you know what's interesting about Glenn Greenwald, though, as I'm watching that, him and Nate Robinson and Brianna Joy Gray. Look him in the background. He lives in Brazil, right? Nice house on that guy. Whatever he's doing, he's a, you know, if that's what I got to do to get a nice house in Brazil, you know, say some questionable stuff, I'm down. Let's do it. Nate Robb was correct about Rising being a right-wing populist fascist propaganda show. This is from Redolent Thought. And then Vosh, after doing several videos that agree with Nate, was very friendly with them. It was weird. And then Vosh, after doing several videos that agree with Nate, was very friendly with the Rising people. I mean, look, I did that video about Steve Bannon that I uploaded today. Like, that's what right-wing populism is. It's, hey, give me your money, I'll build the wall. Oh, that goes in my pocket. That's literally right-wing populism, is Steve Bannon. I mean, he's your guy. So, you know. How do you live in Texas and don't listen to Swisha House? I don't know. Send me a link. Anyway. Baron Hill?
Hey, what's up, Baron? Baron? Are you Baron? Baron, hey, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up?
Oh my God.
Wow, you've really... I haven't tuned into the stream for a little while now, which is... I'm maybe outing myself as not a big enough fan, but...
Hey, that's hurtful. That's hurtful, man.
I'm sorry. Hey, I love you, buddy. But you've updated the... I don't know, the stream audio effects. It's great.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much.
You're doing some new stuff.
You know what? I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just doing my thing.
Well,
that's all it is.
So the bone that I've got to pick is that you're here on a Monday night, which I don't like change. I don't like things that are different. And you usually do Wednesdays, right? Wednesdays and Fridays.
now you're really showing your lack of fandom, because sir, I do Monday and Wednesday, sir.
Oh. I outed myself. I'm sorry. I've only been watching you for 18 years.
Willy Wonka says, again, people are having their own little conversation in the chat. Willy Wonka says, watched a Vosh vid the other day where he described himself as a social democrat, then deleted the video like an hour later. I don't know. Look, I was like, oh, this guy's an interesting voice early on. I have not watched a video of him in a while, so anything you say, I guess I'm gonna believe.
It's probably true. He's like to draw in any drama or anything, but it seems like he's the sort who might, when getting a little friction from his fan base, might go, "Oh crap, I shouldn't have said that." You know.
I mean, look, this is the thing. Like, more and more people are going to be uploading things to the online, as I call it, America Online. They're going to be using America Online to upload things to their chat.
You're America Online?
Yeah, I do.
I'm a Netscape guy, so I don't think we can talk.
Oh, but we can both agree on Net Zero, right? You use those free hours on Net Zero?
Yeah, Net Zero's freaking sick.
Net Zero is pretty sick.
I have like 20 discs.
That's what I do. I'm never gonna buy it. I just keep using the free disc. I went to Virgin Music store and I got like 30 of those discs.
I'm on LimeWire downloading a 6-hour Net Zero disc, dude.
Yeah. Oh, then now that's the ultimate. Or you get one. Me and my friend had this idea when rewritable CDs came out. We're just like, we're gonna just buy one CD and then we're just gonna keep writing on that CD over and over all our songs, and just we only have to buy one CD. And
they should have never released that technology to the public. It was honestly a pretty stupid move.
But you downloaded LimeWire, and now you got all this free internet. That's sort of sick what you're doing. You're using the internet to get free internet. You're a bad guy, man. You're a bad guy.
I mean, it's you have to really strategize and use your time wisely. You know, I've gone down to the wire a couple of times. You know, I've got like 30 minutes of internet left, and I'm like, shit, I need to open up LimeWire and get some more internet right now. But using that internet, I've also I've been reading this book that I talked to you about a little while ago by Carly Chaffman called Antkind, and I wanted to check in and see if you'd read it or not.
I forgot. So yes, we talked about this like a million years ago. I have not read it yet.
A million years ago.
A million,
oh, dude.
A million.
Yeah. So I just finished it. It took me like 7 months.
And
Just a long time.
The problem with that is that when you called about this book, Antkind, Charlie Kaufman's book, it sounded like you were sort of really on the fence about it. You were sort of like, oh, it's okay, but it kind of sucks, but it's kind of good.
I still sort of feel that way after finally finishing it. After all these years. The book is almost so the plot of the book is, you know, it's this guy, he's a film reviewer, and he finds this movie. It's like an outsider art. You know, the concept is like outsider art, where it's like these dudes who live their whole lives and they die when they're like 112 years old. And then when their family's like going through their stuff, they find that, oh, this dude's been writing a book for 90 years, right? And then it never gets released or anything. So it's kind of that whole idea, right? Where this guy finds this I don't know, across the hall neighbor, and he's like, oh yeah, I've been making this movie forever. And then he dies, and he's like, oh, he watches the movie and it's 3 months long. That's kind of what I feel like the book is like, you know? It took me 3 months to read in real time.
You're an outsider reader. You're an outsider reader of this book. When you were saying that, I was thinking like, what's the new version of outsider art? Outsider art is going to be like an outsider Discord server or something. It'll be like, wow, no one ever discovered the Discord that this guy set up, but it's a great one. You know
I thought
what I mean?
That's what we were doing here.
That's exactly what this is. Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay, that's what
correct.
But yeah, it's pretty good. I finally finished it. I still have yet to read Infinite Jest, which we talked about a little bit.
That's a big one. That's a big one. I saw it we have this big used bookstore here, and there's a couple copies of it for like $8. And you made basically a blood oath that if I read it, you would read it. You swore to God.
We did do that, actually.
You swore to Christ.
I did.
You gonna read it or no? You read Ant-Man, and now you're not gonna read this.
I did read Ant-Man, the film adaptation of Ant-Man and the Wasp. It was really good. It was like, dude, I don't think it needed to be 800 pages long. There's this whole thing where Paul Rudd is in like, you know, house arrest or whatever. That was probably 75% of the book.
It gets really into the internal world of Paul Rudd.
Right. Paul Rudd is sitting in his bathroom. He's like eating nothing but Doritos for the last 4 days. So he's having a really hard time having like a bowel movement. And it happens in just like excruciating detail, real time. You really, you feel it there. It's rough. It's rough stuff.
Did you know that Paul Rudd is playing the same character in Ant-Man? It's sort of like a prequel as Clueless. It's the same guy. Like he worked for whatever her name was, the girl from Clueless, and then later he became Ant-Man.
Well, so here's the deal: is you say this movie Clueless, and I don't know anything about it, but from into it that it's older than me. I'm 13 years old, so I've never seen it.
All right, well, you heard it here. We got a 13. That's pretty amazing that you're 13 and you made it through Charlie Kaufman's giant book. I have to say, if that thing was still around,
I started it when I was 9.
When you were 9, you remember that thing where it was like it was like in the 90s or whatever, when you would read a book, you get a free Pizza Hut or something like that. You would get that if that.
I feel like you're not listening to me. I literally just said I wasn't alive in the 90s, and you just asked me about the 90s. So I mean,
I'm so sorry.
I'm sensing disrespect here.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to bring that up. That's before your time. Well, Baron Hill, you probably should be asleep now, but thank you for calling us, and I love you, Baron.
No, dog, my mom's not home, so I don't even give a crap. Okay.
Oh, you're a bad boy. You better not be smoking any doinks.
I'm smoking all the fat doinks.
Man, that was what we call
weird.
Got young people calling in. When a streamer gets donations whilst reading off prior donations, it makes me want to live in the desert. All good, like Paul Rudd. That would be like all good, but like Paul Rudd. Wow, guys. So should we call? Let's bring this up. Get this Google Voice going.
You have reached Blaze TV. We are currently closed. Our normal hours of operation are weekdays from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Central Time. Please leave us a message with your name and number, and we will return your call when the office reopens. Or you can email us at support@blazetv.com. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, hi. My name's RM Brown. I know that you guys, I don't know what it is. Like, you produce the Steven Crowder show. I'm a big fan. Full disclosure, I'm a Mug Club member. I mean, needless to say, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do at this point because I was watching this show, and these two fellas, you know, those kind of guys, they tricked him. And, you know, I walk around my job with this Mug Club mug, and, you know, I'm strutting around with this thing, and now he made a fool of everyone. Those two guys. Goodbye. Oh, look who it is.
Kyle?
Hi.
Hey, what's up, dude?
Hey, it's been a while.
What's up,
Kyle.
dude?
It's been a while.
It has.
For Kyle. How have you been?
For Kyle.
Local legend, Kyle.
Yeah.
What is up?
For
What's
pickles
going
and
on?
roots only, and don't let anyone confuse me with anything else of substance than that I contributed to pickles and Ritz suggestion.
You're kind of a an online legend now with this pickles and Ritz thing. It really took off. I mean, people are really like chomping away at that thing now.
Speaking of which, we haven't spoken since you've become an actual online legend. You speaking to Dick Wolf and Benjamin Button.
All of these people. The real thing, I don't know if you saw this. I'm us as a community are in Urban Dictionary now with Crowder's Law. That's
no way.
Yeah. That's really Lukov.
Oh, that's great.
That guy Lukov. He coined the term.
It's all of us.
That was all of us together.
And we've made it, and we did it together.
That's right.
And we've made it.
Well, what's going on? Local legend again. Local guy, local legend.
I also saw you in the what's his name in Hakeem's video.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
He put me in there. He said we were gonna do a live stream, but I don't know what happened with that. I think he was like, look, I don't like this guy anymore. I think he's over me. I think he's over it.
What if you still thought he was Hakeem? Like you were following Hakeem on Twitter or something. You still were under the impression he was Hakeem.
I keep asking him questions about like Lenin and stuff.
Right. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he just kind of gives you an answer that he knows about as much as you do, you know.
He never puts it together that I think it's a different guy.
right. So I had a. Oh yeah, that was Busy Bone that you were singing earlier. I think it's Busy.
Bone. I was in I had to go to summer school once, and I didn't know the Bone Thugs and Harmony guy's name, and this kid came up to me and he was like, "Who's your favorite Bone Thug?" and I was like, ugh, I panicked because I wanted to be cool, and I was like,
Yeah, you had to have one.
You had I did not know you had to have one. It's true, but it was also showing that you were a true fan, you know?
Right, that you were a true thug.
And I said to him, I was like, he's like, who's your favorite Bone Thug? And I go, the Wishbone. And then he's like, the kid.
And you were right.
He's because the kid. I remember the kid looked at me and he's like, that's the fat one. And I was like,
yeah,
jeez. Jeez.
It's funny. So did you not? You didn't know that was one that existed. You just
no, I just panicked and I threw out what are the Bone Thugs? So there's Wishbone, Busy Bone,
Wishbone, Crazy Bone,
Busy Bone.
Crazy Bone, I think I had a Crazy Bone solo album, and I just was, when you brought up Bone Thugs, I haven't listened to them in years, but
they're great. They they hold up 100%.
Totally, but I remembered one of my favorite Crazy Bone songs, and it's insane. The lyrics are, it starts shoot 'em if they shoot 'em if they shoot 'em if they move, and then it says running with the AK-47, watch them all fall down. Running with the AK-47, inward, what's up with y'all now? And the whole song just continues to sing that.
Okay, wait. People are throwing this out in the chat. So it's Busy Bone, Crazy Bone, Funny Bone, Busy Bone.
I don't think Funny Bone. I think someone made up Funny Bone. I think I think they tricked you.
No, it's Busy Bone, a Lazy Bone, Wishbone.
I think people are using trickery on you now.
Crazy, lazy, busy, wish, and somebody just threw in their flesh.
Yeah,
flesh
lazy.
bone. Oh my god, that's horrible.
That's rich.
Well, okay, yeah. Do you remember that song "Bud Smokers Only"?
Yeah, Bud Smokers Only. Bud Smokers Only.
That was.
I also remember that was probably like one of the first YouTube videos I ever watched, was some like fan made video to that. I remember, where it's just like a bunch of pictures of weed and like
I picture like sort of like really pixelated stock photos with the like watermark over them.
Yeah, and then like one really clear picture of like a bong in like a dirty room, like hot couch room.
Yeah, exactly. A dude with like like poster, a bunch of posters, and like a Pulp Fiction
Cindy
poster.
Crawford.
Yeah,
Cindy Crawford and Pulp Fiction. Yeah,
exactly. That's the room. That's the kind of room you want to have. Lots of posters, lots of crap everywhere.
That's where you listen to that. They had a couple. They had Bud Smokers Only, then they had like another like weed smoking anthem.
They loved weed. The Bone Thugs loved weed.
Weed Song is what it was called.
Weed Song.
I forgot how it went. It's the one that goes higher, higher, baby. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember that one, but at some point I bet it started going like this, like rapping very quickly.
It did start going like that. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what it did.
And there were all
you
those...
a 3-6 Mafia? Were you into the 666 Mafia guys?
Of course.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Same.
Who doesn't love 3-6 Mafia? Remember when they had that reality show? Did you ever watch that?
I do. Yeah, Hollywood. Wait,
Hollywood
or something like that.
Yeah.
I remember that with Big Trees and Computer, where they're like like little sidekick homies.
Who is it? Is it Juicy J, right?
Juicy J and DJ Paul, and then Juicy J's brother is Project Pat.
Right, Project Pat. Project Pat's he's probably one of the best of them, right?
He was great back then. They were all Lord Infamous was kind of like he was a real fast rapper guy, like
the Bones,
like Bone Thugs,
like the Bone Brothers.
He died in like the early 2000s, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Well.
Hey, I do have on this note. I don't have a hip hop suggestion, but I have a music suggestion.
Let's
that
hear
I've
it.
been listening to today, and it was actually so Numero Group actually put out a compilation. Are you familiar with Numero Group?
Yeah, I love all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they put out a compilation of his stuff. Charlie Magira, you heard of him?
Charlie Magira. Is this a new Numero Group drop?
I think it came out like at the end of last year, or at some point in 2020, maybe, or maybe it was even 2019. But they did just a compilation of just his stuff, and he was an Israeli guitarist, and I don't even know how to describe.
What's he called? What's he called again?
Charlie Magira, Megira, and it's good stuff.
Okay.
And he just put out like a few albums, and then he might have killed himself. I know he died young, like early, and I think it may have been suicide.
Charlie Magira.
But I mean, yeah, but it's good stuff. Give it a look see, and I think you'll enjoy.
Let me see which one of my favorite. Let me see. Oh, it's Eccentric Soul, the outskirts of Deep
Oh, that's
City.
great.
Yeah. If anybody,
Well, they have the outskirts of Deep City. Yeah, there's also like the Deep City. There's like two different Deep City ones. There's one that's like not the outskirts, and then and both of those are great. Yeah,
It's one of my favorite-
Eccentric Soul, I think, was like a whole, like they did several Eccentric Soul, and the outskirts
Yeah.
of Deep City was one of those. Yeah,
They do
And
a
that's
bunch
great
of them.
album.
They do a bunch of them.
Yeah.
There's a song on there that has been stuck in my head for probably like 10 years. It's by a band called Rollers, and I think they were a Miami band, but the song's called Knockin' at the Wrong Door, and it's got one of the best hooks in a song of all time ever, period.
I'm gonna listen to that right when we get off. Then
It's called
I'm sure I'll remember it because I listened to that album a decent bit.
Oh,
with the
it's-
and now that I just pulled it up and I remember this cover with the fellas in the looks like a school band.
I can't believe people are bringing things up that like I thought nobody knew about. The guy called earlier talking about Way Downtown, and now this guy Stevie in the chat is talking about Camp Low. Do you remember Camp Low?
It sounds familiar, but no.
Oh man,
I don't think so.
Camp Low is one of the best like forgotten rap groups of all time. They had a song called Lucchini with this like amazing I think it was sampled. I can't remember what song it's sampled from, but and they were kind of fast rappers too, but they were like their whole thing is that they were these really smooth, cool guys. And
speaking of smooth and fast, what about Do or Die?
Do or Die. I haven't listened in a long time.
But yeah, they were another kind of. They're probably less forgotten than Camp Low, but I feel like they're also kind of forgotten. They're actually who Twista made his break from Do or Die, from being on like a couple different Do or Die hits.
Hell yeah! And people are talking about Two Live Crew. And what's funny is like I grew up in Miami, and everybody has met Uncle Luke somehow in Miami, and that's true because like everybody I knew met him somewhere. And I ended up when I was in like
meet him?
college. Yeah, I met him. Everybody has randomly run into him. He's like everywhere. That guy. It's very weird. Well, Kyle,
what was your?
It was nothing.
There's no story to it.
No, it was nothing exciting. It was just like he was at some thing that I went to, and I was just like, "Hey, you're Uncle Luke," and he was like, "Hey, what's up, man?" He's a really nice guy, and that's pretty much it. There's no good story like when I met Louis C.K. and I asked him about a show that got canceled, and then he just kind of wandered away and didn't want to talk to me. And he was with Todd Barry, and
that's a good one.
And I tried
that is a good story.
I tried to shake Todd Barry's hand, and he wouldn't. He had a pretzel, and he wouldn't shake my hand.
Real quick on the Louis, I happen to, and I know that he's canceled and that I'm not supposed to listen to him now, but he
released a new thing.
There's that. Or did he?
Like, I thought it was like a new special was out, or he was like re-releasing.
He put out a new special like at some point in 2020 or something. Yeah, but even more recent. You familiar with Joe List, the comedian?
No, who is this?
So Joe List and Mark Normand have a podcast together, and it's a fantastic podcast. It's called Tuesdays with Stories, and they mostly are just obsessed with Seinfeld, and like their humor is very Seinfeldian, and but it's really funny. But anyways, Joe List has another podcast with some other guy, and he had Louis come on for them to talk about the films of oh shit, I'm drawing a blank. The Shining.
Okay.
What's his name?
Jack Nicholson.
No, the director.
Oh, Kubrick.
Yeah, they just talked about Kubrick films, and it was really interesting. Louis' takes on art is like really I don't know, he's just really thoughtful with it, and it was interesting.
you could tell from the show, the Louis show, that he really wanted to be like an auteur director or whatever.
Yeah, totally. That was actually a great show. I thought.
The one where he's like he smokes some really strong weed or something, and they throw that water cooler out the window and stuff. He was
right.
Oh my god! And of course can't forget David Lynch was in his show.
Yeah, it played the like scout, like talent scout for late night.
Actually, David Lynch probably has the funniest line in that entire show when he goes, "You're gonna have to get it together, champ. That's short for champion."
Yeah. yeah, that's great. I've actually watched that scene like more recently than I watched the show, just because I like it. Something jogged my memory that David Lynch was in that show.
David Lynch, underrated actor. David Lynch, he nailed it in that thing. He was so good.
Oh, he was fantastic in that. Yeah.
How come?
Yeah.
I mean, David Lynch has the same situation going on as Noam Chomsky, where they're both just like it almost seems like just over the period of a couple months they aged and they both turned into wizards or something. Like they both look like wizards now. And but
I saw that. I've seen like a couple memes with David Lynch beard recently. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's got the beard. I'm thinking it might be too late, but David Lynch, man, he could have had like a much bigger acting career, I feel like.
Whole acting arc. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he could have.
Well, Kyle, I'm going to have to give you the flush, but I love you, and we got to talk about, come on soon, we'll talk about whatever local crap is going on, okay?
Yeah.
Because I know you were a big supporter of that kicking homeless people out of the city. You were big.
Yeah, as long as we can get rid of that filth and bring back the jobs to white Americans.
I heard that you were personally going. You would go to like tents that homeless people had set up, and you would like throw water on them,
set them on fire. Yeah,
set them on fire. Yeah. You kick them over and all that. Pretty sick, but we still like you, Kyle.
Thank you.
Love you, Kyle. Bye.
Goodbye. Love you.
Good guy. Good local guy. We all love him, and we love to see him. I'm trying to look up. Am I gonna get busted for playing this? Somebody put in the chat, Dynasty Adventures in the Land of Music. I really want to play it. Yeah, sample for Camp Low. Fuck. I really want to play it, but I'm not going to. You guys go listen to it. Maggie Mae Fish did a new video on Kubrick being a POS to... Yeah, Kubrick was a lunatic. To Shelley Duvall, and then finishing with Lynch being beloved by his cast and crew. This is a very short overview of the whole vid. Yeah, David Lynch seems likable, and also, I don't know if Maggie Mae Fish talked about this, but like really, Mulholland Drive, I don't think there's any way around interpreting that movie as a early Me Too stuff. And that gave me a whole new take on David Lynch, that he was kind of he's a weird guy, let's be honest. I think he's an old-timey guy a little bit, but I think maybe he saw through a lot of that stuff. Guys, let's check what else is going on. Oh, you know what? We gotta give our. I gotta say to all the producers, this is how you make it possible.
The Deacons, Laura Septique, Tonke, Chris Garcia, Eric Furman.
Those are just a few of the beautiful producers. You gotta become a producer. Everybody's talking about Tekken 7. What's his Benzel is playing Tekken 7 too, I saw. Makes me want to play Tekken. Lynch is a Bernie bro. Yeah, I think he was a Bernie supporter, right? Adonish?
Adonish? Hey, what's up, bro?
Not me.
Hey, what's up,
That's
man?
Adonish.
What
up, man?
Hey, what's up, homie? How are you, man?
I hear you. In and out.
Oh,
They're all
jeez.
frequencies I understand.
Oh my God, Donish, I'm sorry about that. That's a
I'm a
tough
light
way.
traveler.
How are you, Adonish? What's going on with you?
I'm doing pretty good, man.
Thank you for talking to me.
I appreciate having me on.
What do you got for us tonight on this sick and disgusting program?
Well, I mean, even in the title, I see that you were calling Steven Crowder's boss his papa.
Yep.
And, I don't
should
know.
change
I was
that,
watching.
actually.
I was watching probably friend of the show's Matt Binder's video the other day, and it's crazy how people are saying that Sam Cedar is botting, or that he have all these views, but he has almost, I don't know, per viewer or per count, maybe 120% of the engagement that Crowder's 6 million has. So
Oh yeah.
It's frozen feet at this point. They're not even cold. He can't even move anymore.
It's like, look, I
has the coldness gone to the legs? Does he got cold knees yet?
Well, I mean, his whole thing. It's sort of funny. I don't know what to think of it. I would like to see some kind of research or something on like what the average viewer of that stuff is more like. Jay Showa says I need to talk to Sam Cedar. I've tried. I was like, that would be awesome to interview him. But right. That's his whole thing, is that he does this sort of scam. It's a scam. That's what we got to remember. Like the whole thing is a scam. Like it's the change my mind thing is a trick. All of it's a trick because like those guys are in it to make money, like they have been since the beginning. And I don't know, it makes them a little bit more of empathetic characters, because you're like, well, they're trying to survive in a cutthroat, blah, 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 or whatever. Steven Crowder's so annoying and so stupid and such a racist homophobe that it's like impossible to feel any like even with him. I don't know, Adonish, like I am very like, I don't like seeing people get banned from platforms, because it's only a matter of time before like they start banning anybody that's not like the FaZe clan, Yeah. But
it's the old saying, it was first the neighbors and then it was you. Exactly
right. But then it's like with Steven Crowder, it's like I don't even have that empathy for like he's such an annoying dipshit that even if he got banned, I'm just like, yeah, like of course he he would get banned from if he were at a party, he would get banned from the party, like he would get asked to leave. So it's like, of course, like
we're kind of having this small conversation in the green room. We're saying, do you think like the hyper masculinity is like his kink? Where he looks like he's just emulating the brownie guy, like the paper towel guy.
The brawny guy, yeah.
Like he's just going full lumberjack. It really doesn't seem like something who's concerned about, conventional. I don't know.
Well, look, like when I was in high school, there was a very sort of again, going back to that guy who was too young to understand this, but going back like whatever to the 90s or whatever, there was still like this very weird sort of very strict definition of masculinity and how like boys should act and all this stuff, and all it served to do was to make everyone miserable. That's it. And that's what the sort of like fascisty brain gravitates toward, and that's that's what Steven Crowder is tapping into, and it's just people who are really probably traumatized and confused and need help, and but instead, they maybe don't have a lot of options, so they end up with
their fathers.
Say it again.
Work for their fathers.
They're wearing holsters. It's like it's a sad thing. I would say it really is, like the fact that show is really one of the most popular political sources of information on the internet is pretty crazy.
I've heard it multiple times, but there's definitely something to him being the only one wearing the guns in the studio. Like,
yeah,
he's got to be the toughest guy in the room. Like, it makes no sense to be that guy from Canada. He could be a nice guy. He could literally, like, I don't understand the duality of this man.
You know what? Like, I can't remember who was saying this, but it's sort of like it's easier to get views from his side because it's like, it's easier to do, and it's also easier to get money doing that. So it's just like it's laziness. I mean, it's partly lazy and it's partly just being stupid and annoying, and there you go. That's what you end up with. And I don't know. I feel part of me does feel sorry for those guys. I got to be honest.
I don't feel bad for the grifter. I feel bad for the grifted. Like those people, like a lot of them now are probably too far gone with all the brainwashing, the cash money that's going into their minds, and just turned it into a brain smoothie. But I think like if those people could just be stopped, like I don't like you said, I don't want to see anybody be banned. Like I was actually, when Alex Jones got banned, that was the first guy. I was like, now they're going to actually come after people. But it actually has been kind of just when people are violating, but like Steven Crowder's obviously violated terms of service.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's crazy. Yeah, and it's part of it's a weird situation because it's part of their thing. Like that's what being a right winger is and is going to have to be more of, is just sort of you know, this sort of homophobia and all this crap, and just kind of being an annoying douchebag. I mean, those are the two sides. It's like, are you like the two mainstream sides? I guess are like, are you an annoying douchebag who says like homophobic stuff and racist stuff, or are you the person who's like, you shouldn't do that? Like it's this kind of like. It's this sort of stupid thing that's like, I think helps like nothing get done, like nothing real get done.
Oh, of course.
Because there's
it's
this
spectacle.
Yeah, it's spectacle, totally.
He's the actor on the stage saying the lines, and we're not analyzing who built the stage and who's actually bringing us all there to watch it.
Right, and part of it too is I think it's like less. It's sort of almost like it's almost like cringe or passe or whatever to make fun of right wingers if you're like a savvy political, if you have savvy political takes. It's sort of like, yeah, we get it, like right wingers suck, but like the problem is like it's just that's the yin and yang of the whole like kayfabe, is like the racist homophobic right wingers, and then the like either the like sort of fake like corporate you know, people pretending to care about Pride Month thing. It's like those are the two sides, and they're like, you know, like obviously one of them is actually bad, you know, and people should make fun of it. But there's this sort of like weird thing online of like, oh well, that's not a interesting take anymore. Well, it's like, no, it's like, look, these people are still disgusting. Like it's still, you know, it is kayfabe 100%. And it is fake, but it's still they're still shitbags, these people. But anyway.
Yeah, and it's funny. I was just thinking about that the other day. It's like the people on that side are almost always like confirmation bias affirming to people with some money, and then they get support. And it's like on the left, it's more people like coming for a community or maybe for a little education. And, you know, I don't know that many people who are looking for better material conditions with a lot of expendable cash.
Right.
So that's definitely the difference. And I also wonder, like, I wonder how much money keeps Crowder on this platform. Like, if there is some mechanism that like says, hey, like, you guys got to keep this guy on. We'll cut you into something.
Yeah, exactly. Well, look at the current thing that's going on with Sam Cedar has been on you. Not only he was on Air America, and then he did this thing with Mark Maron where it was basically before YouTube was functional. They would do these weird live videos where they would just antagonize each other. And Sam Cedar has been on the YouTube platform for a decade, and it took him that long to get 1 million viewers. This other guy, Crowder, has been on there for I don't know, 5 years or something, and he's like 6x has of those views. It's just when you people are throwing money at this guy, which they never have done for Sam Cedar. They're throwing money, and there's that thing of not a lot of people are
together.
Right.
They all they're centralized, and I would bet a lot of them have similar management, maybe a centralized management.
Yeah, no, and there's stuff for example, if you watch some of these older Ben Shapiro videos or some of the newer ones, really, those guys will do the Daily Wire guys will do talks at college campuses, and you'll see in the background it'll say Young America's Foundation. There's all these right-wing groups that will do anything for these guys, Sam Cedar, people like that. And people, if people think that Sam Cedar is just some lame liberal or whatever, he's been doing this for a really long time.
Yeah, no, he's definitely done the work. And he also platformed some of the greatest minds, I think, on the left. R.I.P. Michael Brooks.
Totally. Yeah, absolutely.
Rest in power.
And we have to give it up. None of that support. In fact, the opposite. Air America there were these guys basically using that company as a scam, and then the whole thing fell apart.
Always.
And he had nowhere to go, so it's
that's almost the joke of the leftist media and the leftist corporate media. If they do exist, it's a couple liberals who are running the books, stealing all the money out the back door while we try and do something, while we do praxis. It's that's the NGO. Not NGO. That's the not-for-profit world. Not total by and large, but I know a lot of people who work on the ground, and then all their bosses are making $250,000 a year, and they're just scraping by, but actually doing the physical work.
Yeah, totally.
I don't know.
Yeah, totally. It's but. Yeah, I think there's always that choice in life of am I going to do the right thing, or am I going to do the easy thing? And a lot of the times, the right thing is sometimes they're closer together. But I feel in Sam Cedar's case, and you could look up, I think on maybe Matt Binder's Twitter, they posted pictures of the studio that they used to work in, or maybe still work in, but it's a little, sort of little closet New York apartment type thing. And sometimes when you I think it's always better to do the right thing because, in this sense, because it's honestly, I watch these Ben Shapiro videos to make fun of, and you could tell that this guy's checked out for a lot of this stuff. He's just he knows these things he's got to say, and he's just like a robot barfing this stuff up, He probably doesn't believe half of it. He just knows what he has to say, and he has to deliver it in his trademark quick voice. And it's that's what happens when you choose doing the easy thing. You just your brain turns to mush, and everybody thinks you're an idiot, and that's it.
It's part not believing in it, but it's also being invested in the thought of it.
Yeah.
Being oh well, I have to kind of believe this, or else I'm not really in my own best interest.
Right.
Which
exactly.
Means nothing to the rest of us, Ben Shapiro's best interest. Of course.
Convincing yourself that what you're doing is the right thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Well, look, Adonish, thank you for talking to me, and I will talk to you later.
Peace.
Bye. Good person there. Let's read some of these chats. Steven Crowder started in the 2000s, but didn't get super huge into the whole anti-SJW. Well, he was uploading videos. Yeah, and it didn't really pop off. Didn't really seem to pop off until he started getting some help. Pour some gas on the fire. There's another large right-wing channel called Zeducation. It's like that guy. It's so weird. It's so weird that there are these people who... you're just who would watch this? and they have this like millions of like committed fans that they would die for them, like that Salty Cracker guy, like basically like a kid with all these like Funko Pops in his background, you know, just reading like a Breitbart articles in there. People are like, I'd take a bullet for that guy. Really? What's going on? What's going on out there, guys? What is going on with you?
Uh-oh.
Schwan?
Guess what?
Schwan? Schwan?
Who is that? Greg.
Schwan?
Oh, God. Greg's having some serious technical issues. I'm sorry about that, Schwan. What's going on with you?
Whoa. 1 second. I'm getting an ad for the free RPG. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're trying to play an RPG right now and talk?
Yeah. No.
Oh, God.
I'm trying to get rid of Greg.
Oh, God.
You know, the guy calls in.
You hate...
How's your week?
You hate
Greg?
You hate Greg, don't you?
I don't hate Greg. I just feel miserable in his existence.
Well, sorry, Mr. Perfect.
Oh, God. Ugh, he's got an attitude, this guy, Greg.
Greg, you gotta fix yourself up a bit, bud. You do.
Matt Randazzo...
you're-
I gotta read this because there's some good stuff going on in here. Emmy says this is gratuity for your secretary, Greg, and then Matt Randazzo says twice the Z's, twice the Stees. That's pretty good, Matt. Damn. Squid for Hire says come play Tekken 7. Do you play Tekken, Schwan?
I don't play Tekken. I play a lot of Injustice 2. I've been playing a lot of Injustice 2 recently.
Injustice 2? Could that be one of the suggestions for games to play? What is this?
If I have to recommend one, I'm gonna recommend Outer Wilds.
Oh, Outer
Not to be
Wilds.
confused with the Outer Worlds.
What is Outer Wilds?
You play this little spaceman,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And you keep getting reset every 22 minutes because the sun explodes, and you're in this time loop. But you keep figuring out like these different puzzles, and it's really well put together. You get to go to like 8 different planets. The developers worked on a lot of, I guess, outer, there's a term for it, but like just gravitational physics, which is really cool.
Is it like what's that game? What's that one game? No Man's Sky.
It's like that, but way different and fun.
It's like that, but only way different, and unlike that one, it's also fun. Somebody says Outer Worlds is great.
I've heard it's great. It's like that's like more RPG though.
Outer Worlds, and then somebody says Ghost of Tsushima, which looks really amazing. That one looks amazing.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of like that other. What's the other ninja one? Sekiro.
Yeah, Sekiro.
Sekiro, whatever that is.
Shadows Die Twice.
Exactly.
It's like a Souls game.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to thank you for the advice on the being a server.
No
We're
problem,
3
bro.
days left. Greg, you had nothing to do with it.
Get out, dude. Get out.
Get out.
No.
It's not okay.
Get out, Greg. Okay, he's got scared. Sorry.
I also want to leave a stellar review and tell everybody watching right now to go watch Beta Boys.
Oh,
weird. I loved the first episode.
Did you
It was
really?
So funny.
We actually shot some more, so there's going to be Beta Boys episode 2 is going to be coming out, and I think it's going to be a really good one. They got some new lenses. They got some other good crap. Yeah,
They took the lens cap off.
It took the lens cap off. There's a ghost in it. It's gonna get scary. There's a cat.
I'm excited to.
There's a
I'm
cat in
excited
it.
to see where it goes.
Oh,
Is it
thanks.
creationist?
It's a yeah. We got Hakeem's cat in there.
Hakeem.
I wonder if that cat's name is Vladimir Lenin. Right.
Vladimir Lenin.
'Cause
don't
that
give
guy's-
too much. Don't give too many writers' room ideas. But
Well,
I'm
so
excited.
you started your server job and you got some advice and it helped.
It did.
Okay.
Drinking a lot of water and Adderall also helped.
Running water.
Prescribed.
Okay.
Toilets.
But yeah, just being calm and seeming like I know what I'm doing really helps.
Very good. And you're kind of like friendly with these people, or are you just like, oh, these people that I have to serve food to are a bunch of real pieces of turd?
Oh no, I try to be like as nice as I can. One family came in at like 9:45, but they seemed like they had a really rough day. So I was like, you guys seem cool.
All right. Because a lot of these, I remember, like I've had a few server jobs where every once in a while you get these people who are like, they want to feel like princes and princesses, and they're like, "Hey, come here, slave." They're kind of like acting like that a little bit, and you just want to like, use the restroom in their food, but you didn't have any of that. You didn't have any of that.
Not exactly. I had a six-top come in with like 4 kids, and this dude's like, "This chicken piccata is uncuttable," as he like goes at it like trying to like chop it with a butter knife. I'll just take the broiled salmon and the mashed potatoes, please.
Weird.
I was like, I'll get that right for you, sir.
You're gonna get a lot of weird. That's the thing. Like most people, are probably gonna be pretty nice, but then you'll just get a couple weirdos. You're just gonna get a couple people who have clearly come to the restaurant to exercise some inner demons they have just brewing in their brain, and they're just gonna sort of use the restaurant staff as a way to deal with it, and that's unfortunate.
I'm ready for them. Service with a smile.
It's very good.
All that.
It's very good.
I ended up winning. They make the pasta, the pasta at my restaurant. So those,
And they don't have the S pasta where you work.
They do.
They have S.
They do on occasion.
Do they have S with M? Do they have S with M's in it? M balls.
Oh, they have S and M balls.
Okay, all right.
They're pretty tasty. They're moist and.
Okay, you're getting flushed because you're clearly sleepy. Good, very nice guy. I love Schwan, but he's clearly needs to go to take a nap. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You just gotta know that some of these people are gonna be lunatics that you gotta deal with. What else we got going on? Twisted Metal 2. Yeah, I am gonna play that. Should we give Landriel's situation a call? Should we call the Fairgrounds Commissioners Board again? Yeah, I guess we got to call them. Because he doesn't want that NASCAR thing. Can you do singing? Zero, can you do singing? I mean, as long as it's heavily auto-tuned. Yeah, I can. Let's see. See what we can do here. I don't know if you guys can even hear this.
You have reached the administrative office of the Fairgrounds in Nashville, Tennessee. Our office is now closed. Our normal hours are...
Wait while I transfer your call.
I can't remember what one is. It's something that has nothing to do with the NASCAR track.
Hi. Hi.
You have reached Christy Harris, Assistant to Director Laura Womack. Please leave me a message and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks and have a great day.
Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Hey, Christy, it's me again. I called earlier about that NASCAR track. I hope that they're stopping building that because, again, I don't want the ghosts of those God, rest in peace, those dead NASCAR guys haunting my apartment. Okay, so let's get that thing shut down, Christy. And I mean, look, I think it's fine them driving around, but just do it out in a field or something. Could you imagine? Anyway, Christy, I'll talk to you later, and I love you. Bye. Hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps, Landriel.
I don't.
Richard Nixon?
Arm, can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, bro?
Me.
What
Arm,
up?
can you hear me? All right.
What up? What's
I
going on?
escaped Christine. She had me tied up in the office earlier and was using my Discord to call you.
Oh my God, Christine.
And then because she didn't know how computers worked, I think either you flushed her or she hung up on herself because of tech issues.
Oh boy, that's always bad. People getting hung up on because of no fault of their own, right?
Yeah. It's kind of funny though because she's that middle-aged woman that's like she should have taken a computer class in college, but she didn't, so now she's practically a boomer. Anyway,
I have to say
that's water.
I have to say to Stephen Primo, my vote goes to Outer. Okay, I think I'm sold on this Outer Wilds game. Outer Wilds. Here's $10 that
I've
you
got a
can
game.
Venmo. What is it? What's your
I've got a game to recommend you.
What is
Not
it?
the Outer Wilds. And this is also kind of like I was thinking about this all month. Like, how was I going to get this shoehorned into one of my topic lists?
Okay.
Because of Pride Month, and there's one character that's like, yes, the Outer Worlds, and I think you would love it. I think you need to introduce Richard Wolff to it because it's made by the same people that made Fallout New Vegas. Except, imagine Firefly. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah,
But
I've seen Firefly.
Art Nouveau, and the colony is ruled by a bunch of capitalists. Like it's mega corporation, OCP from RoboCop type shit.
I see. So there actually is sort of a Richard Wolff political tie into this. I just honestly, Richard Nixon, I just love the idea of Richard Wolff playing any video game. Could you imagine?
It would actually make me have tears of joy just watching our wonderful grandpa father figure.
Like if he was a streamer or something, and he's just
have you ever seen?
He's just shouting at the games.
Yeah, did you ever hear about that one like really wholesome old guy that people would just go watch him play like walking sim and other kind of like gardening games just to like be like, wow, this is so fun. This is nice. This is a nice calm experience. Like I feel like it would be that with Richard.
I love that. Yeah. Well, I feel like he would get really upset, right? Because he does have that fire and brimstone energy to him at times. You know.
It's kind of weird.
He'd be like, this game's weird. Oh, somebody nailed it. They said if he was gonna play a game, he should be playing Wolfenstein.
Okay, but imagine him playing Wolfenstein though, like the new ones where it's like very gory.
Yeah.
The part at the end of the second one.
Yeah.
With the pregnant lady, you know what I'm talking about.
He's like, you Nazis, go away, you Nazis.
Yeah. Richard, be gone.
But
Disgusting.
he also, what if he got like a gaming chair? He has like a gaming chair, and like he's got cat ears and everything.
Oh, he's a VTuber.
Yeah, he's a VTuber.
Okay.
All right, Richard Nixon. I'll talk to you later. Mary Chaotic.
Hey, what's up, girl? What's up, girl?
Oh, what up?
Go.
You want to know how I got this name?
Are you there, MK?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I read you. Copy that. What is going on with you?
Well, I got this name from Spyro's mom, so you can thank her for that. She said I was chaotic, and she called me Mary Chaotic, and I'm never going to let that go. So,
Ooh, Mary Chaotic.
I hope you guys can accept that. And I mean, I waited in that green room for like, I don't know, let me check my clock. It's been like, I don't know, 17 years now. And can you people believe that he made me wait this long? Honestly, it's absurd.
All right, I'll Venmo you. I'm Venmoing you apology. What would it be like? Apology waiting money.
Yes. You guys, if he doesn't follow through on this, you have to get him, okay? I'm expecting it now. Okay. So, we were having a fight in High Council about which state has the worst drivers. So I wanted your input. Like, Chippy was like, oh, people from Maryland are the worst drivers. And then, Coward was like, oh, people from Virginia are the worst drivers. And then me from Arizona, I'm like, people from Arizona are the worst drivers. Do you have any input? Have you road tripped around? Where have you noticed that the driving is the absolute worst?
I mean, look, in my experience, I would say, look, and I've been all over and I've lived a couple places, people in South Florida, especially it's not even just that they're bad drivers, is that you're probably going to get killed by one of them. But that it's a combination of like very, very old people and then like, I would say like, maybe like very young people or something. And then just sort of like everybody's packed in together and they're kind of too hot and stuff. So there's like, it's like a combination of road rage and just like people who are like kind of like so hunched over that they can't see over the steering wheel and so on. So it's a real combination. It's a real combo.
That's Arizona, though. It's just a bunch of retirees who forgot how to drive and should really be retested. And then a bunch of angry middle-aged white men with buzz cuts and a ton of tattoos flipping off everyone they drive by. That's all it is here. I'm telling you. That's
I think it just might be this is a nationwide thing. Like none of these people should be allowed to have cars. You know what I mean? No cars for these people. Take them away. What? They don't deserve it, They can't handle any of these responsibilities, I think.
This is important. Joshua O, the one who the one who super chatted you 500, just said Venmo her my 500. I just want you to know that. For the record, they said Venmo her my 500.
If he says it, he's got it. I got to do it. That's Jay Show. Oh, and he also, Jay Show's nailing it because he also says that if Richard Wolf became a gamer, like a Twitch streamer, he would keep saying that this game makes pee-pee.
Make pee-pee. I love that. That would be well, it already is a soundbite, but if he said this game makes pee-pee, that would be a whole new soundbite.
Maybe that would be his screen name too, like Maker of Pee-pee or something.
I love it. Mm-hmm. It's perfect. Okay. So we've come to the conclusion that everyone in America is bad at driving. The United States is just honestly, it's a pit. What's happening? No one knows how to drive.
Yep.
Okay. Also, I want to throw out there real quick. None of you know what a heat wave is. Okay, you're like, oh, there's been a heat wave. It's so hot. It was like 95 degrees. It was like 100 degrees. No. It gets to 123 degrees here. So I don't want to hear any heat wave nonsense. Okay, I collapsed the other day from doing yard work. Okay, so I don't want to hear your heat wave nonsense anymore. 95 degrees is not a heat wave. Not a heat wave.
You're in Arizona, right?
Yes.
You're out there.
Yes.
Is it Breaking Bad vibes out there?
I mean, I guess like if you see Breaking Bad vibes, it's like lots of addicts and like people chasing you in cars and lots of crime and just constant stress and sweat, then yeah, definitely. It's totally Breaking Bad vibes.
But you love it. That's why you live there. You kind of love that kind of excitement.
No, I live here because I was born here and I'm moving away actually this fall. So
where are you gonna go? The big city?
I mean, I already live in the biggest city in Arizona, but we'll find. Let's just say you'll find out. Okay, I'm not gonna dox myself just yet. Not just yet, but let's just say yes, it is a big city. Okay.
All right. You heard
My
it.
question.
You heard it here, folks.
She's going from the big desert city to the big regular city. Okay. All right. Now, here's my question for you. This is really important. What do you think of when you hear the word bimbo?
Bimbo. Bimbo. You know what? Honestly, I think of those 70s like Playboy cartoons. You know, they would draw those, like, it would be like a blonde girl who would have like giant boobs and stuff, but like she would have like a tiny smushed face. But it was like these weird like, for some reason those old Playboy magazines would have like cartoons, and that's what I think of. A bimbo is like a cartoon Playboy woman in my mind.
Young RM has a lot of experience with the Playboy magazines, is what I'm hearing. But
yes.
But no, so a few people we've decided, so me and Coward and Spyro and Winter, we're going to take the word bimbo back, and we're actually taking a class together. We're taking Bimbonomics 101.
Ooh.
And we're learning proper bimbology and how to be a true proper bimbo in the modern world.
Right. Right. That's really good. And there's like bimboification now, right? Where it's like where people turn into bimbo. I like this. This is a good area of study. This is important.
It is important. And like, I just want to let all the gals watching, like all three of you, I want you to know that you can totally join this bimbo class. You know, you just got to do like a basic bimbo entrance exam, and we just got to make sure behaviors are bimboic enough to qualify. But I want you to know that we're taking back the word bimbo, and we're here. Okay?
So it sounded like this is like a non-gendered thing, but what about himbos?
I mean, I'm down for himbos. I mean, I'm not sure. You'd have to ask Dr. Winter, who is professing all of this, if himbology is a different subject, or if maybe they intertwine. I'm not quite sure. Like, you know, we've got like Hassan Piker. He's a great himbo, great example of himbo. You know, I haven't looked too much into himbology. You see, you're already diversifying my curriculum.
I think honestly, what you're saying is pretty offensive, and it should be they-bos. They-bos.
I mean, it could be thembo. No, that's thembos. We already have thembos.
Thembos, right. Non-bibos.
Yes. Thembos. We're just thembos. Okay, thembos is so catchy. Don't ruin it.
All right, thembos. I like this. All right, can I take this class? How do I sign up for this class?
Well, you have to be a himbo. So do you consider yourself a himbo? Because I would consider you a himbo.
I think that I'm not even close. If that's like Hassan Piker and all that, I'm not even close. I can't. I am not even close.
I definitely think you're a himbo, and you have the potential to grow in himbology. And we can definitely make sure that this is a realized dream for you. Okay? Don't ever doubt your himbology.
All right.
Never.
I'll work on it. All right. Sounds good. You heard it here from MK that we got this thembo class that can anybody sign? I mean, is there like a fee? Is it going to be one of these like debt things? People going to have to go into debt to take this thing, or what's up?
It's more of like an emotional fee than like a monetary fee. Sarah just asked a very important question. Can boomers be bimbos? And I think anyone can be a bimbo if they believe in themselves enough.
Is Sam Cedar a himbo? He's a dadbo.
He's more of a dadbo. I don't think he believes in himself enough to be a himbo. You know? I don't think he believes in himself enough.
I wonder if he says pause it in real life, like he's like talking to somebody he likes, and he's like pause it, like that means like slow down, pause it.
At the bar, he's like, I'm watching this video, right, and pause it. Or no, he's like having a conversation with someone, and he's just like, oh wait, pause it. And he like goes to the bathroom or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That definitely happened.
Thick bows. I like that. Somebody saying in the chat, thick bows. I'm gonna go thick bow. I want to be a thick bow.
Okay, I already believe in you because you're already treating this environment as a classroom. You're doing so great.
This is a lecture. This is a lecture.
Thick bow. Yes, I would consider myself a thick bow. RM, you can definitely be a thick bow. I believe in all of us who want to be thick bows. Yeah.
I think Mickey Pike Hatfield has this right. Sam Cedar is a Chad, but isn't dumb enough to be a himbo. But I don't think Hassan Piker is stupid. He seems pretty smart. He seems smart, but like I think he's got a very specific set of a very specific area of knowledge, right? Like he knows about political stuff, but I feel like if you ask Hassan Piker about pretty much anything else, he would not know, right?
I agree with that actually, because like when I hear some of his takes on even like movies and more like interpersonal stuff, I'm like, this guy, he has no clue what he's talking about. Like,
look, I like him. I think he's a very smart guy. But if you ask,
me too.
I think he might like. I wouldn't be. There's no offense to him. He seems like a very nice guy, but he's a little bit younger, and I feel like if you asked him like, who's like, he might not know who David Lynch is. He might not know who David Lynch is. He might not know who Stanley Kubrick is. Okay, I feel like I'm being a real snob now. I take it all back. I take it all back.
You're saying, no. I totally get it. And whenever he talks about films, he's just more, I feel like he kind of conflates it with the politics of the film and like kind of reads into it. And then he turns that into his whole review. Yeah, I don't think he... I think he takes the online culture thing like too far in a lot of other areas that it shouldn't be part of the discussion. So I definitely agree with you there in all seriousness.
You heard it here from MK. Hassan Piker, she hates him. She thinks his channel should be banned, she just said.
Hey.
And she thinks that he should be shadow banned. Sick thing
Hassan,
from Mary Kate.
If you ever watch this, Hassan, please date me. And I think you're great. Okay? There we go. It's all fixed now.
MK, she's doing her own toilerette now. MK, I'll talk to you later, and I love you. Bye-bye.
Love you. Bye-bye.
Good person right there. Hassan eats mayonnaise straight from the jar by itself. Somebody says drama alert. Maybe I should start a drama with Hassan Piker. That'd be kind of funny, right? I'll be like Jimmy Dore. He'll be Sam Cedar and I'll be Jimmy Dore. I'm like, this is what he's doing. I'll just be like the old melting weirdo who's like upset at him for no reason. That's my new thing. To start a drama with Hassan Piker. Hey, seriously though, can we all like the stream? Toss a like up for Beta Boys. Yeah, do it. Let's get a bump, son. All right, guys. Maybe we'll take a few more of what I call calls and then get the hell out of here. And Schwan is playing a video game now. He does not give a shit about this show. And now, ladies and gentlemen,
of the jury, shenanigans.
Sorry. I realize I'm like listening to it at the same time, and then I'm like, wait, shenanigans? I'm shenanigans. Hello.
Shenanigans, what up?
Hi.
You got your tech on point?
I had an exciting evening. I do. It works. I'm just slow on the uptake.
All right. I love it.
Yeah. So, I had an exciting evening. I went out to a restaurant with a buddy, and and we were both like, my buddy turns to me and says, "Do you think the server is like really attractive?" And I was like, "Huh, I didn't notice, but like, she's really pretty." And because I have no filter and I'm extremely you've seen what it looks like when I attempt to flirt. Not good.
Okay.
Not good.
So wait, you and this person you were at this restaurant with were getting ready to flirt.
Checking out our server.
Getting ready to flirt with the server.
No.
Okay.
No. The person who I was with was like, "You're a maniac. Don't say anything." And I was like, "I shouldn't have warned you." That was my first mistake.
So this server was a bit of a cutie patootie.
So cute. So she comes up to the what?
I'm gonna say though, you gotta if you're a server and you're a cutie patootie, man oh man, you're getting it all day long, right?
Yeah. So
All
I'm like,
day.
and I've done a lot of like customer service work or things like that, or knocking people's doors, and I know how it feels when people are like, I'm just gonna, how you have boundaries as like a person. Well, I'm just gonna like walk all over those, and you have to be nice to me because you're on the clock. And I'm like, I don't want to make her feel like that. So she comes up to the table, and I'm like, hey, like, just wanted to let you know, my buddy and I were talking, and we both just noticed that you're really pretty, and your eyeshadow is like on point, and your outfit is like styled really nicely. And she's like, oh, well, you guys are really pretty too.
This seems to be going in some kind of a direction here.
Weird.
Yeah, maybe we'll be a polycule or something. I don't know.
You should have asked. You should have asked her. Hey, do you want to be part of my polycule?
No. Here's what I asked her, because I like made brief small talk and like got to know her kind of a little bit, not much. Obviously, it's the first interaction with a person.
First date. First date. You're thinking of it as.
No, not even a little.
Okay.
Even I'm not okay. Like I am autistic, right? Like that is the thing that is true about me. But like, so some things I'm really good at, and some things I'm really not good at. And one of the things I'm really good at is not being afraid of anybody.
That's good. Yeah, that is a good.
Yeah.
That's a good trait right there.
I mean, it helps with socialization. And then like, I'm just super friendly, and I was just like, hey, are you in the market for friends? Because like. We're new to town, And she's
that's like
yeah.
That's like me and that guy were talking about being awkward at parties. What if you're at the party, you're acting weird, you don't know anybody, you just walk up and you're like, hey, can we be friends now? I would like to see what happens.
I literally do that.
Very good. And I bet people more often than not say yes, right?
Yeah, they do.
Hi, I'm Shenanigans, and we're friends now. You don't have much of a choice.
I'm Shenanigans. My social skills haven't advanced much since I was 5 years old. So will you please be my friend?
But there's probably another side to that coin where you're less guarded than maybe a lot of us are, where it's sort of like you don't feel this insane anxiety to just do stuff like that, right? Is there a little bit of that?
It's weird. Like the anxiety is very like I was anxious to talk to you for the first time because I like knew more about you. I knew a little bit about like sort of how you are as an artist, how you are with your audience, things like that. And I was just like, oh no, this person's really cool, really cool, really cool. Oh no, this person's really cool, Like the less I know, the more likely I am to be like, oh, this person's probably just like really cool, right? And I did even out with you, I think, right? Like we're cool.
Of course we're cool. Why would you even ask that? Of course we're cool.
I don't know. Like
I love that. Oh, by the way, look, we've been talking for a couple minutes here. We're cool, right? Of course. Shenanigans, I have to say, of course we're cool.
Are you sure you don't like never want to speak to me ever again? Because like that's okay too. I get it.
Unbelievable.
I'm joking.
Unbelievable that you would even say it. But I'll let this continue. Go ahead.
I think we're gonna hang out though. And like also she's like, oh, I do coding, and then she's like, oh, like you actually want to keep up? Or can I give you my Instagram? Hell yeah. So she's an EDM artist, makes music, is a DJ, and so I got to listen to some of her live show. So that's pretty freaking cool.
Holy moly!
I'm really excited.
Holy
so that was
moly!
Nice.
Holy moly! That's pretty cool. So you now this is like a thing. You guys are on the road to friendship.
Yeah.
If this were a movie, it would be called The Road to Friendship.
Aw, that's so wholesome. Also, Maggie Mae Fish made that video right the day I was gonna watch. Well, she didn't make it then, but she posted it then. The day I was gonna watch Dr. Strangelove, and I was like, oh no, I feel torn about this now.
I mean, look, Kubrick was a kook. He's definitely got problems. And I would say probably Hollywood during that time was way more insane then than it even is now. And he was definitely a crazy guy. I mean, I've suggested on this stream a couple times of that movie, Kubrick's Boxes. It's a difficult thing because, like, look, if somebody's a real cretin, you don't even want to support their art and stuff. But I gotta say,
But
like,
the artist needs to be dead at some point, right? Like,
yeah.
if you like it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I
I watched a different doctor.
You did?
Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Oh my god, my sister loves that. My sister loves that.
Really good. It's
really
really good.
huh?
You should get into it. But I remember there being a lot of articles about. Oh, also, before I get away from it too far, she had said something in that I thought was just like really important and well worded. That like Stanley Kubrick trusted Jack Nicholson to act horrifying and maniac and whatnot, like without actually being that, but didn't trust Shelley. What's her name? Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. Hi, I'm Shelley.
Yeah.
Have you seen that video? Hi, I'm Shelley Duvall.
No.
Hi, I'm Shelley Duvall. That's another recommendation. Watch the Liquid Television uploads and then watch Shelley Duvall saying hi. Hi, I'm Shelley Duvall over and over again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but like but didn't trust her to do that, to act terrified without being terrified. Ooh.
He did the
I was
same.
like, that is a good line. That's
Yeah.
an accurate take.
Yeah, he did the same stuff to Nicole Kidman, and Tom Cruise supposedly just tortured them on the set of Eyes Wide Shut too. But wait, can I ask you this, Shenanigans? Will you keep us updated on this road to friendship situation with this EDM artist?
Always. Do you like Garfunkel and Oates?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Do I?
Hell yeah.
Do I like
Weed song? I thought y'all were going to talk about the Weed Card song.
I haven't heard it.
My favorite
Okay,
Garfunkel
honestly,
and Oates is
I like
Save the Rich.
I like the idea. Dude, I mean, honestly, I don't know if I've ever listened. I like Simon and Garfunkel.
Nice. My grandma does too. You guys can hang out.
There we go. Well,
When she bails me out.
Get your
for
grandma on the
protesting.
show and keep us updated on this road to friendship. All right, Shenanigans.
You're super duper cool. I'm glad that you're having such a good stream tonight.
Later, Queen. Talk to you later. Bye. A true queen. Shenanigans. I mean, look, guys. You know what can you do? You know, next time you're at a restaurant, or you're at a restaurant, just say, "Let's be friends." Why not? You know, that's if you're. I mean, I don't know. Shenanigans is a queen, so maybe she can get away with it. I don't know if I was to like a cute server, if I was like, "Let's be friends," I would probably get a tilapia in the face, just because I don't got it. You know what I mean? I don't got it, guys.
Hello?
Egg.
Hey, what's up, bro? Big Baby Zeus on the Greg Show. How you doing, bro?
Always good. Always better when I hear your voice, Craig.
Hell yeah, dude.
You sound great today. He sounds so good. He's been working on his mic technique.
Yeah, it's sounding pretty good. His audio seems really on point.
It's amazing, his setup. I love that he lives with you, but you still make him call in. That's my favorite thing about Greg.
I mean, like we've been talking about on the stream, like I'm an awkward dude, and that is my level of awkward, is that I literally, someone who lives with me, I talk to over Discord.
I sympathize, I understand, I'm there with you.
You're in Australia, right, big baby?
Absolutely, you got it.
What's up over there in Australia?
What's going on now? Sydney has gone into lockdown because they got some COVID outbreak. Their premier, Gladys Berejiklian, who I think is just a cretin of a human being, refuses to call it. She doesn't want to admit it's a lockdown because she gave shit to Victoria, the other state, for locking down because they have a more left wing, not proper left wing, but more left wing premier. So she was like, typical lockdown restrictions. This is what you get with the Labour Party. And now she doesn't want to admit, well, I mismanaged everything.
That's what we got here in Texas. This little trick that Greg Abbott did, where after they failed on the freeze, when all the power went out and people died and all this stuff, Greg Abbott goes, "You don't have to wear masks anymore," to kind of try to get off the hook for this power disaster. He came out days later. You don't have to wear masks anymore. Sounds like the same kind of thing. Yeah,
that's just exceptional politics. That's that's the West Wing. I love that. I can't believe how good that is.
I mean, they
did a similar thing. Go on.
It sounds like that's what you got going on over there. Let's throw these people some treats.
Something happened where, like, okay, I look. There's been so much bullshit in the last year. I can't even remember what our prime minister is trying to distract from anymore. I think this was the time that they caught him in Hawaii when the country was on fire, and he was like, "Oh, I'm in Hawaii. I better come back." Mm-hmm. And then maybe it wasn't that, but then to distract from it, he was like, "This person gave away $100,000 watch as an incentive, and that's illegal. It's $100,000 and it's a nice watch." And we were like, "Yeah, okay." So many people don't have homes now, and you went to Hawaii, and you only came back because he did that before Ted Cruz bailed as well. So
beautiful. Yeah, these people, they're these brave, mighty leaders. These really showing us how to behave in the world and standing up for us. Somebody in the chat is asking a very inappropriate question. Who was it? Oh, it's Lisa Kuklia.
What's up, Kuklia?
She says that she's asking, this is a very just upfront question. So, like, Australia is super fascist, right? What up with that?
What's up with that?
Says.
I don't know if I would say super fascist. I'd say maybe mega fascist. I'd say we're hyper fascist now. We've had an upgrade. It's like Street Fighter. We go through the Street Fighter levels I think we're on hyper turbo fascism too.
Oh,
that's where we're at.
Oh my god.
I don't think it's. I don't know. Having lived in both America and Australia, I don't know if I would say it's super fascist any more than America. But how is that any? That's not really a hallmark of quality, is it?
No, not really.
I don't think we have there's just not as much money to be made here. So at the very least, like, you can't. There are still corporate greed monsters sort of sucking everything dry and immiserating everybody, but not as much.
Okay. So it's a little bit of a less. There's a little bit less, like, gas on the fire, I guess, because of the money stuff.
Yeah, exactly. And then also underneath it all, we do have, like, universal healthcare. We do have better minimum wage. There are things that has happened that suggest maybe we're not what was it? Super fascist? Maybe. But, then sometimes I'm like, yeah, we are. Who are we kidding?
Well, I'm sorry to have to hit you with the fascist questions right off the bat, but what else?
Right.
Let's big baby. Let's get more into the personal stuff. What's going on with you? What is going? And somebody says that it's Lisa again, says that you look like Heath Ledger in her head.
Okay.
Do you look like Heath Ledger?
Sure.
Wow.
Why not? I look precisely like Heath. I think, like, when I look at Heath Ledger, I'm like, if I let myself go, that's where I would be. That's what I think.
Oh man.
But that's just me. But me and Heath go back. That's just me being real. Like, I love Heath.
If Heath got lucky, he would look like you.
If Heath on a good day, I'm like nearly, man. I used to send him texts and tell him, I'd be like, "You're nearly there, Heath."
I don't want to take it to a dark place, but I think that's why he died.
I honestly have never. I blame myself to this day.
Jealousy,
and it's a guilt that I carry around. It's just we all got burdens to bear.
Oh man. Well, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Hit me up with some info.
I wanted to ask, have you played Disco Elysium?
Yes, I have. It's currently installed on my computer. Yes, I did like it. And again, I think that part of why I like it is the whole point and click thing takes me back to my childhood, that kind of game. But also, like, the story was interesting. It seemed to have sort of a political skew to it, and it has a bunch of like. Seems like whoever developed that game like listens to a lot of political podcasts because it was like the Red Scare Girls are in it, and Chapo Trap House is in it, and it looks really cool. It's one of the more cool looking games. But
there's a video of the. Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you love it.
I think I think in terms of like story, it was just a good time. And also if you're looking for something like a bit, it's kind of blown up now, but the new version of it is pretty cool with all the voice acting. I liked it anyway. There's literally a video of I think the head writer winning a game award and thanking like Marx and Engels. So they're pretty left-leaning. Like if you were like, I suspect they're left-leaning, I'm here to confirm. Yes.
Yeah, I hear those Marks. What's his name? Is it Mark? Carl?
Yeah, that's it.
Karl Mark?
I think it's Karl Mark.
Whoever those guys are, I think they were pretty into that. They both played video games, right? Marx and Engels.
Yeah, they did Pong.
If they were alive today, they would be streamers, right? Twitch streamers.
100%. 100%.
Imagine them. They both have the beards, like the giant beards and mustaches,
but filling up the little frame in the corner of their webcam, just massive beards, while they're just jumping into Fortnite and getting ready to pickaxe the fucking house.
Exactly.
Brilliant.
They're alive today, but they still have the same fashion sense. So they wear full suits with like the little ties, and it's just like they look really hot. And but they both have gaming chairs.
They're both sitting in these huge chairs with wings, with fans in the back of them, just making their beards tuft up, while they jetpack in as Psylocke from X-Men and shoot 8-year-olds in Fortnite.
Exactly.
That's them now.
Exactly.
Also, Dark Side Detective is good if you miss a bit of old point and click. It's very small and it's just a cute little game.
Dark Side Detective. I'll write it down.
Yeah. And then also my hip hop recommendation is the new Brockhampton album. I've enjoyed that.
I heard that. Somebody gave me a suggestion to listen to me some of that Brockhampton, and I will do that. Big Baby, thank you. Big Baby, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later.
No worries. Have a good show.
Love ya. Good guy. He's a good guy. He's, we have our beliefs about Australia, and he's really single-handedly changing them, right? A lot of people, not me. I'm like, there's good people everywhere, but the chat is like, Australia's a disgusting dump filled with creeps and cretins. That's what they say. And that's racist, frankly. Well, guys, we got a couple minutes left. So let's try to talk to some of these. Oh, man, we got to talk to this guy. Oh, man, we do.
Hello. Am I on?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Is this me?
Ladies and gentlemen, now presenting the comedian.
Yo. What's happening, RM?
What up, comedian? You're before we get into
wait. Ask me how I'm doing.
How are you doing?
Good now.
Oh, comedian. Classic comedian. I love that. I'm gonna start using that in my normal life. I really am. I'm going to I'm gonna do what Shenanigans does, but I'm gonna combine it with your thing, and I'll say it to a server. I'll be like, I'm good now, and then I'll get a plate of food right in the face. But
yeah.
So just to catch everybody up, you're another contestant in the Toilerette trying to win Chippy's hand in romance.
Oh yeah.
And how are you feeling about your chances?
Feeling pretty good about it, if I'm being completely honest.
I think she likes you. You're not the one who said that you would throw rocks at your kid, right?
No, that was someone else.
That was that one guy.
Never.
She said, if our kid did something wrong, what would you do? And the guy was like, I'd throw rocks at him. And I think he disqualified himself immediately because Chippy's in it for the long haul.
Yeah.
She's trying to get she's trying to have kids with this dude and all this stuff, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I took the high road on that one, I think.
Well, comedian, aside from this whole Chippy romance thing, what's going on with you? What do you got to tell us?
Nothing.
What do you got to tell us?
I worked today, and then I sped home to get on the show.
Oh my god!
But dude, I got a video game recommendation for you.
Yes,
I don't know if
please.
it's been recommended.
Let's hear it.
And it's pretty polarizing, so I don't know. But it's called Death Stranding. I don't know if you heard about this game.
Of course.
It came out like a couple years ago.
That's the one where it's a guy running around with like 40 packages on his back.
Yes.
Can you tell me what's?
You on it.
Let me hold on a second here, my friend. What's he got in all those goddamn packages?
Well, so the premise
is he
of
moving?
the game
is this a game about moving? He's moving or something?
No, it's a game about rebuilding. And I played it during quarantine when I was unemployed from my bartending gig, and it was pretty like profound. It like really resonated with me. It was like it's a post-apocalyptic kind of game. The United States is like in shambles. It's like basically no more. There's like a very small branch of the government that trying to maintain power, but for the most part, there's like bandits and people kind of living off on their own, and it's just a mess. The US is a mess, and there's like these creatures called BTs, and it all gets explained throughout the story. Obviously, I'm not gonna like spoil it. It's got a lot of mystery to it, but you basically get recruited. You're like a package delivery kind of guy. They're called porters, and you get, there's reasons why you want to help out or whatever, but you start to kind of slowly rebuild the country by connecting people to one another. And like in my isolation and quarantine, it like really like resonated with me. It's kind of slow to start. It's pretty slow to start, but the pacing really picks up and the mechanics build on top of each other, and the exploration is great. The tone is great. The music, acting, everything is great.
It's scary. It looks a little scary.
Gear Solid.
It's a little scary.
Yeah, definitely a little scary. Totally.
Some monsters.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of everything.
There's some monsters in there. Oh boy. Oh god.
Yeah.
What?
And no, it's really good.
So that guy collecting all those boxes, why doesn't he just do like remember that game Katamari, where that guy would roll? Why doesn't he just do that?
Oh yeah,
roll around and get all that
it's
stuff.
Funny. There's no Katamari ball thing, but like you can, you start by delivering it on foot, and then it progresses to vehicles, and then you start rebuilding like actual like transportation systems and zip lines, and it kind of it's cool. It's very cool.
Okay.
But yeah,
All
I mean
right.
the Katamari ball would have solved everything.
All right. Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'll write to the game developer. I'll just write. I won't even address what I'm talking about. I'll just write, why doesn't that guy just do a Katamari? Yours in Christ, R.M. Brown, and that's it. That's the email.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll play
I got
Death's. I knew. I remember seeing a lot of people really liking Death Stranding, and it looks pretty cool. So I'll give it a try. I'll give it a try.
I gotta say too, I was cracking up when I heard you call into that race car thing with the southern accent voice, the little lady.
Yeah,
that was great. The ghost. I wonder like what their reaction is when they get those calls. Like what? Good Lord.
I knew I was gonna do this, but I forgot to leave my phone number because it'd be nice for whatever her name is, Christy, to call us back and be like, I'm so sorry about that. You're scared that there's gonna be a ghost gonna haunt you? Because I'm sure it's some nice Nashville lady who's just trying to do her job and getting bothered. But it would be nice to see what her reaction is to it.
Or she doubles down on it and it's just like hostile. Hostile toward you.
You take that ghost.
It's happening. Yeah.
You don't tell me when to have a ghost in our neighborhood. You take your ghost and you like it. She gets really pissed off. That'd be fun.
Yeah. And then I was gonna also say I had a funny work story if you wanted to hear it, but if not, I understand. You could flush me.
Hold on, let me think about it for a second. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right.
Let's hear it.
So
Let's hear it.
This guy walks up to the register yesterday, and he just like slams down this like carrot juice on the register, and I go, "You find everything okay?" And he goes, "Nope." I'm like, I go, what's the problem? Yeah, I go, what's the problem? And it's funny because he came from behind and he went on the wrong side. So immediately I was like, oh boy. But he was just like, this charged for $229 and the sign says $199. And he like slams the receipt down and he's just like this old man. And I go, all right, let me take care of that for you. I call my manager over and he's like, what's the problem? He's like, the problem is this guy, and he points to me, ripped me off. And I didn't even ring him out originally. I had never seen this guy. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. And then my manager just was not having it because he obviously knows this guy's a jabroni. But he's like, okay, we'll fix that. And then it's just like, 30 cents that he got back.
No.
I was just like, the whole time I was just doing like that fake little smile, just staring at him. And my manager gave him back the change, but I so wanted to give him back like nothing but like nickels and pennies. And but he did it. But like, do you know about this quarter shortage? Did you hear about this?
Is there a quarter shortage?
Yeah, it's a nationwide like quarter shortage apparently. Like our store hasn't had quarters in like weeks.
Oh no. How am I gonna play the grabber machine now?
How are you gonna buy your gumballs?
How am I gonna buy my weird Skittles at the car wash?
Yeah.
Well, that's that's pretty sad. I hope you guys get some quarters. You work at Trader Joe's, right?
Correct. Yeah, that's one of my jobs.
Any good new before we go? Any good new items at the Trader Joe's that we should be checking out?
Yeah. So if you're into skincare, it's not exactly food.
Oh my god!
But we have like this Brazil. It's like Brazil like nut body butter, and it smells really good, and it's pretty nice. I actually bought some.
So these
moisturizing.
So you're just rubbing this nut all over people.
Just rubbing the nut, just busting out that nut butter.
What if they did advertising like that? Like,
oh man,
get
can you
this
imagine?
Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not? Everybody would think it's funny. Why not? Just do it.
I think so.
All right. Well,
yeah,
comedian.
The old people wouldn't get it. Wait. One last thing. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But
fire
I just
away.
want to say, I 100% agree about the South Florida bad drivers thing.
It's a
100%.
thing, right? It's a thing.
Dude, yes. I had family down there, and it's all old people, which I get. I think it was Mary Kay was saying Arizona's the same way, but it's a different beast in Florida. It's like a different culture. And, my grandfather, he had dementia and he was still driving. It was a mess, but I just picture that on like a mass scale. Plus like the rowdiness of like the young, like you said, the young people. Ooh. It's just like a petri dish.
There's so many times that I almost got killed. Or not only that, there's something, I mean, because I was in Miami, like, of course, all over Florida, it's old people who drive kind of interestingly. But in Miami, it was like, there was a lot of just like weird shit would happen where it was like literally just so many times that I like almost died driving. So it's like burned in my brain, but whatever.
I've had close calls there too. Yeah.
Comedian, I want to wish you good luck. I want to wish you good luck in the toilet.
Shout out to Chippy. My heart's going out to her. And if you have a PS4, or I guess a PS5 or a PC, you can play Death Stranding.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. Comedian, I will talk to you later.
Bye.
We should do another shout out to the beautiful producers.
Jesse Sobel, your boy Jesus Christ. Good luck in Japan, Mike. From Nick. And Matthew, guess. The guy from the hamburger train.
Some good producers there. I'm still figuring out OBS. I know there's some like ways to smooth out OBS. But guys, you know what? We're going to have to wrap it up for the night because it seems like everybody's falling asleep.
The United States is immoral. The United States has a history that's embarrassing. The United States is a sinful country that should be destroyed.
Oh, man. Some harsh words there from Tuck Carlman. And guys, thank you for watching. Please come back Wednesday, where I think Wednesday, guys, I don't want to speak out of turn here, but I think it's the end of it's the next stage of the Toilerette, where Chippy's going to start cutting people. She's going to start telling them to go throw themselves into the toilet. So I will see you on Wednesday. And one last thing to say is, where is it? Well, two things to say. The first one is
weird.
The second one is
disgusting.
And the third one is
bye-bye.